Happy Friday, Black Friday. We got some good deals on some shit today. I got a couple things. New webcam. That's just for my personal use, if you know what I mean. So we'll see how that works out. Anyways, Jalen Hurts, Eagles. Wow. Terrible, dude. Terrible. My Bears. Ray should be joining me shortly. I don't know what the hell he's doing, cooking up some meat. I think that Mark said eagle meat. I think I said monkey. He's eating some type of he's up in the game. He went from tacos to steak to eagle, then monkey, then human. He's gonna become a cannibal. So I think this is next step. He's gonna have a lot of thoughts on the Bears because me and Storey were dead wrong. We said 30% chance that they win this game. I believe Ray said 60% chance Bears, and then I think we talked him off the ledge down to 50. He said he was going to bet in the game, Bears +7. I really hope he did because he has not been betting much this year, but he had conviction, not just because he was a Bears fan. And, that was a bloodbath, man. I can't believe, first of all, fuck the coach. Fuck Sirianni. Fuck him. Fuck Pachulo. He's terrible. My Saquon Barkley bet, I was 3-0 on Thanksgiving. And then, of course, I was going to be 4-0. Easy, 74 yards for Saquon. They gave him 13 touches. Unacceptable in a close game. Windy conditions. You're having Jalen Hurts, who has the worst arm strength ever, by the way, trying to throw through the wind with our corners back. Like, dude, run the ball. Give Saquon 25 carries. Titan, I don't think he's benchable, man. I mean, maybe. I guess he's in the same boat as Lamar, I'd say. I'm not benching him. I have Saquon in 2 leagues, maybe just 1. I think I actually traded him. Traded him week 9 during his bye week because I was in like a lose. I was in like the 8th seed and I couldn't afford to lose that week. So I got Chase Brown and Marvin Harrison, which actually I like that trade. I would start him. I mean, it depends who you're starting over him. Like I would still start Saquon over Swift, but now that Hampton's been ruled out, Titan, I would probably rather play Vidal, but dude, it's still Saquon Barkley. I know it doesn't look like him. They're not using him properly. All those things considered, I start my studs, and eventually you think he's gonna hit a hole. Eventually he's gonna score a touchdown. I don't think the guy's had a touchdown in like 4 weeks. And last week was a little encouraging with the passing game usage they gave him. Not this game. They had 2 targets and he dropped that one. So, what a bad pick, man. That might be the bust. It's what's funny was that was the hot take, not even a hot take, but like the biggest take of like everyone in the industry was fading Saquon Barkley because it got clicks and coming off this all-time epic year. And they were mostly fading him. And I was drafting him at cost just because of Saquon Barkley and the Eagles. But the narrative was he's going to break down and get hurt. That was why you faded him because, historically any running back getting 400 plus touches, in his case, like 440, was the injury risk, right? It was like he's going to get hurt, like all this stuff. And that's not even the case. Like he doesn't look great, but he doesn't look terrible. Like he looks a little diminished, a little slower, a little less quick twitchy, I guess you'd say. But it's the usage, man. And this team refuses to run the ball. And like, did they forget that last year their recipe was literally run the ball with Saquon 28 times a game and then work off the running game and have explosives for the passing game? That was the entire offense last year. Now they're trying to throw it to set up the run, which doesn't work with Jalen Hurts because he's not threatening anyone downfield. AJ Brown makes a couple nice catches in this game. He's happy, right? He got his game, 2 touchdowns, 120 yards. He got his, but like that's also that's why I hate AJ Brown. Titan style. Do I play Vidal over Bowers in my flex? I wouldn't do that because Michael Mayer's been ruled out, so that's less competition for the tight end room. I'm not doing that, man. I'm keeping Bowers in there. I mean, at 8, Titan. I was pretty much taking Saquon at 5 or 6. I was taking him at 6. I was taking Gibbs at 5, and I was taking CeeDee Lamb at 4 in full PPR. I was taking him at 6. In reality, we also have been taking Christian McCaffrey over Saquon Barkley. But I see the concern. I was concerned about CMC. I was taking CMC at 7. He was my 7th rated player, and I didn't feel great about it, honestly, just because the injuries, man. And he's so durable. Yeah, he's fine. The word is Titan. He's fine. He's not the same player as he was last year, and he looks a little chunky, looks a little slow, looks not gimpy, but the explosiveness is not there. It doesn't matter. He's still, even like 75% of Saquon Barkley in terms of what he was, talent level, is still 125% of almost every other running back in the NFL. And here he is, the big Ray. Were you cooking up some eagle or some monkey? I can't hear you. Damn it. That's why you get on early, Raymond. If Pachulo has a job tomorrow, I'll be crashing out. He's going to have a job because they literally just said, Sirianni said that they're not changing, like, they're not even relieving him of his play calling duties, Titans. So like, to say that and fire the guy, like, if anything, they're just going to like take the play calling duty away from him. That is probably what they would do. So I don't think they're going to fire him. Now, next week, if they lose next week, which they might, he's going to have it. He's gone. But here's the thing. Their schedule is super easy. You saw the stat on the game where if they won the game, it was 99% chance to make the playoffs. If they lost the game, it was 96%. I think it's based on their strength of schedule. They have 3 gimmies, like 2 games against the Commanders, which if Jaden Daniels comes back and McLaurin comes back, they do play him tough, but the Commanders season's over. I think they have a game against the Dolphins or another shit team. And the Cowboys need to run the table, essentially. Jason, start 3. 1 must be a wideout. Sutton, Scary Terry, DK, Kyron, Tracy, Neal, Vidal. Vidal and Kyron for sure. And then I'm going Sutton. I know Sutton's been scary. He's been awful. He has a 50 over under. 50.5 is his receiving number in Vegas right now, Jason. And then Franklin has 44.5. So you think they would have swapped that with the recent production, the differential there, but I'm still starting Sutton for touchdown upside in a off a bye. They got to get him right against the Commanders. I love that matchup. Yeah, CMC. I don't think I'm touching CMC next year because he is on pace for what I heard the stat. They said he has 320. Is it 320 touches so far this year? And through 12 games because they haven't had their bye yet. So 320 touches, and the next highest is Jonathan Taylor at 240. And Jonathan Taylor has been a workhorse. So he has 80 more touches than JT. And JT is way more built for like that lead bell cow role. Ooh, CMC, he looks fine though, and I'm concerned next year, like you said. And then also, if the Niners make the playoffs, you're gonna add another game, another 2 games onto that beating he's taken, man. That's funny, Titan. Good point. We're all fading him, but like, couldn't you see like next year McCaffrey will be going top 2, maybe number 1. JSN might be JSN, Jamar Chase, and then CMC will be the top 3 dogs. Yeah, Daboll's fine. He's not a good head coach though, dude. Like, you don't want Daboll as your head coach. You want Daboll as the quarterback's coach, which he's overqualified for that. Offensive coordinator. Give me that. I don't think Daboll's a good head coach. He's a clown. Frankly, I think he's a clown. Mark, it is not looking good. And I'll say the same thing for Marion Hampton, dude. Hampton, I'm more confident in that he comes back. But it does not look good. Benson, if he does not play next week, so they opened the 21-day window, whatever it was, 2 weeks ago. If he misses week 14, he's out for the year. So he doesn't seem close. I don't know if he had a setback on Wednesday or it was Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know if he had a setback in practice, but something happened, man. And I don't get it. I don't get it. It sucks because the only reason if he had a hard schedule, Mark, if he had like a tough fantasy playoff schedule, I'd drop him right now. But he has those easy matchups that we mentioned a couple days ago. So I'm holding on to him. I have him in fucking 9 or 10 spots. Just so lame that we had him. He performed well early in the year when there was no buys, no injuries really. And he was sitting on all our benches when he was, playing with a 1B role to James Conner. And then we finally get one start out of him in that game against Seattle. What is it? Week 5, week 6, week 5. And he lays a dud, 8.5 PPR points. Maybe it was 10 PPR points. Bad game. And then gets hurt. And now we hold on to him all year. And okay, he's coming back, and then we don't know. So what a mess for Trey Benson owners. And I like him. They need him back. They got to see what they have in him, man. Just sucks. I don't want to make the playoffs with Patua. Well, he's gone either way. If you guys are Super Bowl or bust. So if you're not, or at least like NFC Championship game or bust. So this, I was saying in the Discord, Titan, to everyone, I said that this reminds me of 2023. Eagles, where you guys were 7-1, I believe, and rolling, just like this year. And then you went on that. It was like 4-4 to end the year. Maybe it was worse than that, and you ended up getting the wild card. Or maybe you won your division, but you had like 10 wins. So it was really bad, limping to the finish line there. And then you got worked by the Buccaneers in the playoffs, and it wasn't close. So this really, really reminds me of that situation, which is just fucking terrible, dude. Like, this is not what you guys signed up for. And I've been harsh on Jalen Hurts. But like, dude, I don't know. What else can I say? Jalen Hurts he's a good game manager. You know, he's a gritty player. He's a good leader. Like, I like his like temperament, and I think he's a good, like, he's a franchise quarterback, like in terms of the definition, but he is not a good quarterback. He's got a weak arm. He's not accurate at all. That slant, dude, to Devonta Smith that he missed. That's a walk-in touchdown, dude. That's the easiest throw ever. He had no one in his face. Like, that's just what Jalen Hurts does. Like, he's decently accurate. His biggest weakness is arm strength. His arm strength is just god awful, man. And it's just, he doesn't look athletic. Like, you know, like if you get Jalen Hurts out of the pocket and he can't run, for instance, if he can't actually run for yards, it's always an incomplete pass. He always just throws it out of bounds. We're like, that's why my Josh Allen over Jalen Hurts take, like, I don't think it's a hot take. It's not even close. Like, Josh Allen makes something out of nothing. He has no O-line. And like in this game, you saw in the last couple of games, you've seen some protection issues. Obviously, their O-line's been bad in terms of like the run game, but their offensive line's always been good in pass pro. And this year, except for the last couple weeks, been good in pass pro. You're seeing really, really bad pass protection. And Jalen Hurts, even with those weapons, man, if he doesn't have time, he does not have the arm to like be making throws without his base. You know, he doesn't have his base below him. It's really rough. So I'm not, when did I glaze Lamar? This guy burying Hurts, but glazes Lamar. Pathetic. I'm not glazing Lamar. Lamar's had a couple bad games. And here's the only difference is I'm pretty sure Lamar's hurt. Like, I know that Jalen Hurts is not hurt right now. Unless you know something I don't. Here's Ray's back. What are you eating?
Balls of meat.
Here's one of my issues, J-Bob, with everything that's going on. I feel like Eagles fans do never blame Hurts. It's never Hurts' fault. It's always the offensive coordinator, the head coach, right? Or it's always someone else's fault. I've never heard anyone actually like look in the mirror and be like, Jalen Hurts needs to be better. Jalen Hurts needs to be better. And like what's wild though, right, is Jalen Hurts' stats this year are fucking unreal. Like, the stats don't match the eye test for me because what was it? It's 16 touchdowns, 1 pick. He's going into this game. 15 touchdowns, 1 pick, and then so essentially 24 touchdowns responsible for and 1 interception. Right. Lead it. And like the numbers just don't match the eye test.
I agree, man.
And it works. It works for them. You know when it works for them though? When they have a run game. And that wave bye-bye to them week 2. And I just don't understand the coaching.
It's absolutely insane, dude. Honestly, I don't get it either. Like, how can they? We talked about this yesterday, you know, with Storey, and it was just like, oh yeah, like we would assume with the Bears having their top, 3, pretty much all their linebackers out, and even though they've been better on defense overall, but still having your linebackers out and having going against Saquon and Jalen Hurts, well, clearly that didn't mean anything. So, I don't know.
J-Bob says, get your eyes checked. Hurts is goated. I mean, dude, he's not goated. Like, he's fine. He's
J-Bob, you saw my message to you on the Discord.
He's good. He didn't play as bad as Lamar. Like, that Lamar game was all-time poo. We saw yesterday. That was all-time poo. And, yeah, I don't think Jalen Hurts was the problem in this game. And he's not really the problem this year, but he's still not, like, they win and lose, not in spite of him, but he's just part of the team. He's literally just an important part of the team where, like, when I'm talking about, like, the GOATs and the best players, you win because of them. Where, like, Jared Goff is similar situation because you don't win because of Jared Goff. He's a part of that offense. He doesn't make plays. Now, Jalen Hurts makes many more plays than Jared Goff does. Jared Goff's more accurate for sure. But, like, if you give them bad situations, if you give them a missed assignment, the running back missing a blocking assignment, like Jared Goff's dead. He can't even make a play. He's just going to take a bad sack or fumble. Or Jalen Hurts can make the guy miss, but Jalen Hurts is only going to beat you with his legs. Rarely do you see him beat you with his arm out of script. And like that's the problem is that his style of quarterback play, he needs to make bigger plays. And like I think the coaching staff has also instilled this in him. And this goes back to college, right? Where it's like, don't make the bad play. And that also is to his detriment, right? Is because like he's so careful with the ball, which works with that defense. But when the defense isn't good, sometimes you have to play a little bit more aggressive. And this game was the time where you needed to do it. And the win was tough, though. The win was tough. And Caleb is the guy that the win doesn't affect him because he's got a fucking cannon.
He still wasn't.
What did you think?
He was inaccurate today. But I really think that had a lot to do with the wind. Well, he wasn't all of it, he didn't have a great game, but of course, receivers were slipping. I don't know what the hell was going on with that. There was a lot of that, it seemed like. And just in general, that was, I was disappointed because the Bears like owned that first half by a mile, and it was only 10-7 or 10-3. Should have been at least probably 17, at least 17-3 instead of 10-3. But
yeah, that going for it on fourth down, running it instead of doing the QB sneak was weird. J-Bob, this is a good point. I'll give you this. High floor is better than higher ceiling. Like, because all you want from quarterback is consistency, and that is what Hurts offers. But unless like when you're right now, I don't know what's going on with the defense, because like this is why me and Storey, I got to take my L on this one, Ray. You said 60. I think originally you said 60% chance Bears win, and we talked it down to 50-50. And me and Storey both said 30%.
What does it matter? They won.
No, right. I was just saying I got to give you some credit for like calling the game, and I think you were calling it with your. I said you were calling with your heart, not your head. It appears you were calling with your head, because this game wasn't as close as the score indicated. And my concern is that the reason I thought the Bears were going to get trounced was I figured they would actually commit to the run this game, and Saquon Barkley would have a field day if he got a rhythm. And the Bears weren't going to be able to run the ball against the Eagles because the Lions couldn't run the ball against the Eagles. So now apparently we're living in a world where the Bears O-line is better than the Lions O-line, right? Is that what the world we're living in, Ray?
Well, all I'll say is that Ben Johnson said when he got hired that the Bears would be playing their best football in December. Well, the next game they play will be in December, and they just beat the Eagles at home, or them at home, them away. And yeah, I mean, we'll see now, because the Bears have now been completely just been putting up. And then it's going to be here, because here's the hardest part. We now have the Packers twice and the Lions again. This is going to be it.
No, it doesn't matter. We just beat the Eagles. The Eagles are the best team in the NFC. Like, roster-wise, they are the best team in the NFC, besides the Rams. Rams and the Eagles.
But how long have I been telling you? It's been not like super long, but like pretty much in the last month, I've been like saying that, like, I don't know, man. They don't look right. They don't look right. Their offense, especially, and it's been truly shown that. I mean, my God, I don't even understand what happened in this game. It was very, very odd, and I can only imagine how. I mean, we heard how pissed off Eagles fans were.
I got to comment on that, and I was talking about in the Discord. Like, I get booing, dude. It's retarded. Like, and I want to use that word. Like, literally, we go from booing in the first quarter, first series when you're the defending champs. You're 8-3, and then they score a touchdown and people are dancing, dude. No, be consistent for one. And no. I know J-Bob said in the chat, he's like, dude, booing helps. Like, booing doesn't help anyone. All it's doing is hurting your team, because now your communication, you're flustered. That's supposed to happen on the road. So I get the passion. The problem is, J-Bob, I'm not talking about you or Titan. Majority of football fans in general are just idiots. They're morons. I've been to Bears games, right? Season ticket holders. They're morons.
Oh yeah. NFL fans and college. No,
I'm not comparing it to my knowledge. I do this shit for a living, essentially. Like, and I have for 10 years with fantasy. I'm sorry. Like, I know everything about every player.
You don't want to tell them that. You don't want to tell them the hard truth. Maybe it's not them in particular, but overall, you are Philly fans. It's well known. You guys are the most just very on the edge. 0 to 100,
intense.
And you threw snowballs at Santa. My God.
I just know that you're typical guy in the stadium, and I'm not like there's some fans that are really knowledgeable, and I'm gonna say like specific fan groups. I know the Steelers have very, very good fans. They know football, they know ball, right? Like majority of them. There's still some idiots out there, but I'm very confident that there's a lot of Eagles fans. It's like, especially now that they're good. Same with Chiefs fans. Chiefs fans don't know fucking football, bro. And at least we don't see them fucking booing. Like, they're not booing this year. They understand. Like, guess what? We won a bunch. It's football too, and the refs. I think booing refs is fine. That's where I want to boo. I want to fucking boo the refs. And I also said the Discord, booing Joel Embiid. Yeah, boo that clown. Taking that money and just being lazy. Ben Simmons, like, don't boo Jalen Hurts.
Did you see that video? If you didn't see the video, I'll send it to you on Instagram so you can watch it. There was a video of, I don't know who he was. He was dressed, maybe if he was a musician or an actor or something. It was in LA, and he was yelling at Zach LaVine because Zach LaVine didn't try for defense, and he was just yelling at him. And Zach LaVine told him to like get the F out of here, and we're move it along. And he's just like, and the guy's black yelling at him. And he's like, whoa, dude, like, are you kidding me? You're making $40 million a year, and you can't try day in and day out for us, where we're paying all this money to come see you. And like, and it was in Sacramento, and he's like, we are diehards in Sacramento. We will live and die with you. You don't want to try. He's like, you get the hell out of here. And like, I mean, the guy got kicked out. But he's like, he was yelling at LaVine. LaVine was like mouthing off to him because literally we saw LaVine. He is the worst defense, or not the worst player ever, technically for winning percentage. No, I'm saying winning percentage.
Yeah,
the worst player of
and
all time.
Now sometimes there's not a correlation, but in the NBA, you got 5 players on the court. That's more correlated than MLB or NFL, right? Essentially, they almost have as much responsibility as a quarterback does in football. Each starter on the floor, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
And Zach LaVine doesn't play defense. His teammates hate playing with him because he's a chucker, and like he just goes for flashy shit. He doesn't make anyone better. He makes people worse. He makes people pissed off.
I'll send you the video. I'll send you a video on Instagram so you can watch it later. But yeah.
Titan South says, me and J-Bob no ball. Most Philly fans don't, though. Everyone's calling for Jalen to get benched. Again, see, like you think I'm hard on Jalen, like, and I didn't say game manager, guys. I said Brock Purdy, game manager. Jared Goff's like a game manager, a little plus of a game manager.
See, Titan, I like that.
Amazing.
That's what I was saying. When Philly fans are crazy, I mean, if you're telling us the truth, then it means I'm with you. Because here's the thing, there's plenty of Bear fans that do the same shit. Where right now, oh my God, I cannot wait to hear Monday morning football or Monday morning sports talk here in Chicago. Oh my God, it's gonna be the juiciest sports talk since they went to the NFC Championship game. I would say probably against the Packers when they lost, or I don't know. There's gonna be some crazy shit going on. I'm gonna tell you right now. Because they just beat. Real quick, they just beat the defending champs. You know, there's gonna be people saying
on the road,
pocket shit.
Short week on the road. And one more thing about Jalen Hurts, I called him a game manager plus. That's not a bad thing because there's only a handful of guys that are beyond that, and actually a lot of guys that are beyond that just make a bunch of mistakes. And like, I'd rather have a game manager plus that has some ability to beat you with his legs. The problem is this year, for some reason, your coaching staff refuses to run. They put the setup in the game, right? I don't know if you saw his rushing attempts and design runs have gone down every year. Now, I understand that to a point because this year, same thing with Saquon. They know they're in the playoffs. They know they're going to win this division, and they don't need a bye necessarily. They don't even need home field. Like, they're that team. Like, they were that team a couple weeks ago. Why risk getting Jalen Hurts injured, but also you're running tush pushes, so those things don't align? Because I know he's a badass. The point is, Jalen Hurts is indestructible, dude. So just run him, and then your offense will roll.
Him and Bijan are like one in the same when it comes. I'm trying to think of a receiver. There's not really, because unfortunately receivers usually get hurt a lot.
St. Brown, because he plays through injuries.
Thanks.
I'm saying he's going to come back, dude. He's going to come back in 2 weeks.
I know. I'm saying I just, as long as he makes it back before the playoffs start, because if I need him no matter what for the playoffs.
J-Bob, I want to hear what your take on this, Ray, is. If Bears, Browns, Raiders fans booed, maybe they wouldn't be perpetually horrendous. I don't think that matters at all because, first of all, I'm going to tell you this. Like I said about the fans, most GMs and owners are idiots. Now I sound like Storey over here. I do believe they're idiots. I think coaches are better than Storey does. We're going to get into that later. We're talking about Storey's top 3, which was hilarious last night. Oh, he didn't have a top 3. He had a top 2. They don't listen to fans because fans traditionally don't know what they're talking about. And I don't think any fans booing. You think the fans are going to help the Browns? You think the fans, the Browns fans have booed? They go to the games with fucking bags on their head, bro. Like,
now I will just say one thing here. Okay, because here's the thing. We can break it down real quick into all 3 teams. We'll leave us for last because I think it's the easiest. Or whatever. Either way, the Browns, Cleveland is just like a lot. Like I realize Cleveland is just a lot like Chicago when the Cubs won the World Series against the Indians, because it's like they're in a way a lot like us, but they're just, I'll just say, like Joakim Noah said, I have never heard anybody say I'm going vacation to Cleveland. So there's that.
They're loyal fans.
Right. Because I'm saying, yes, just they're blue collar hard workers, just like Chicago people. The Raiders, same thing with Oakland. I feel so bad for Oakland, dude. When the Raiders left and when the Athletics left, they both sold out everything. So Oakland's not the problem. The owners are the problem with that, but they have such a great brand from the 80s and just in general, because they do have one of the greatest, black and silver. But the Bears, here's the thing. We just want you to try. The Bears ownership has never seemed to try up until just recently. I'll just leave it at that.
Right. The Browns fans are like, that guy. It's almost like a girl that's in like a abusive relationship that just like refuses to leave. Like she comes to work with black eyes and shit. And she's like, well, he loves me. Like, no, dude, get out of that relationship. Browns fans don't give a shit. They're just like, they're happy. That's why the Baker Mayfield thing is just madness to me. They got rid of him because he gave you the best season they've had since 1998 or whatever. Won a playoff game, and it wasn't just any playoff game, right? They beat the Steelers and beat the fuck out of the Steelers in the playoffs in Pittsburgh. And they're just like, oh, Baker, you played the next year with an AC joint the entire year. Obviously, that guy's a badass. Oh, we're going to give you away for nothing. We're going to bring in just Sean Handjob Watson. Fucking wild stuff. And
I was like, pull that up again. So he is right, because here, J-Bob, I'll tell you right now, I'm a diehard Chicago Cubs fan. I mean, aren't you, Rob?
Used to be.
Well, whatever.
I gave up on baseball. Yeah.
Well, when they won the World Series, were you not at least pretty damn 100%. Happy about that?
No. Until 2022 is when I renounced the Cubs.
Okay, whatever. Okay, so when they won the World Series, you were very happy. That's my point.
Mm-hmm.
The Cubs fans were dumbly loyal to the death. Literally, unfortunately, my grandpa and many of our relatives died just loving them blindly. And until I'm saying, Jay, my point is until the Cubs won the World Series or got serious when hiring Theo Epstein, which was like 14 or 13, 12. I think it might have been 2012. Either way, until then, not even until they won the World Series. That's when Cubs fans finally were like, at least I am. I'm like, I have standards. And I'm saying, like, with Eagles fans, I can imagine, especially when you got the new ownership. Since you guys got that new ownership, you guys have been one of the golden standards of being an NFL team that I've been wishing the Bears would be. That I'm really hoping now with Kevin Warren coming in and Kevin Warren setting a standard, and now with Ryan Poles has had his faults, but Ben Johnson, more importantly, dude, taking his shirt off today. If you want to run through a wall, baby, burn it on.
J Bob says this is a good point from J Bob. Thank you, J Bob. Although, are you drinking tonight, Ray? I'm guessing you are because it's Ray.
Yeah, but no,
we owe a chug. We owe a chug.
No, but
fans, this is a good call from J Bob. And set the standard for teams. If you still buy merch and tickets when they're trash, the team sees no issues. Now that's my thing. Like I prefer that over the booing. Like stop going to the games, and that's what happened with me with the Cubs. And I literally acted on it because we gave away all of our players, our core from that World Series, which actually ended up not being a bad decision with the most part with Rizzo and like
it sucked. It was not happening.
Schwarber, you should have kept Schwarber. God damn it.
7 million,
but like
8 million. 7 million, 8 million.
It was the marquee network stuff. Now they're charging me to watch the games. It's the ticket prices, which are literally like Dodgers and Yankees level, which is fine. It's fine if you put the money into the team.
Let's go see
the Cubs went cheap.
Cheaper.
Yeah, but the Cubs went cheap. They raised everything, and then they sold off their team. And like Tom Ricketts promised us it was going to be different, and he won one World Series and said, "Guess what? Fuck you. I don't make money." I'm not on board with that. And I was a diehard Cubs fan when they sucked, but like at least they didn't give me false promises. And I guess the Browns aren't giving any false promises, but they're not doing anything. They're not like changing their the owner will never change. I get that because the owner owns a team. He can't fire himself.
No, but here's the thing. I think the Browns owner tried to change when he gave, Mr. And my jobby, hand on my bobby, Mr. Deshaun Watson. Give him that 250 mil guaranteed. Whoops.
GT, good call. Bills Mafia might be the best fans. He has a good point about the climate. They sit out there in those cold ass weathers and they've never won. And then Dakota has a quick question, and I'm gonna get to the intro.
Was it real quick, JT? If it makes sense, my second favorite team is Bills Mafia because I just resonate with them. If it wasn't a Bears fan,
and Buffalo. Have you ever been to Buffalo,
Johnny? No.
Have you ever been to Buffalo? It's there. I mean, Niagara Falls is close, but there's nothing to do, and there's like no one moves to Buffalo, so like it's all just hardcore Buffalo people that have lived there their whole life.
Wings,
Sabres,
and cold weather, and Buffalo Bills.
That's it. The last one, I get your opinion real quick. I'll play the intro. J Bob and Titan, you guys are gonna love the intro, custom intro just for you guys. You're actually gonna love it. I promise you. How sad will you guys be when the Bears move away from Soldier Field? I'm gonna be ecstatic personally because Soldier Field's a dump. It's impossible to get to. The parking's terrible. It's such a long walk. The stadium's not even that nice. It's a dump. It's a dump, right, Ray? Dump.
So here's one thing. I'm not going to disagree with anything Rob said. The only thing that truly, there's literally, I think, probably two things I can say that will suck. It will no longer be in Chicago, and it won't be on the lakefront. The third thing, the history. The history to be the most important thing. But here's the thing. If you've never been to Soldier Field, it's literally the worst place to get in and out of. It will take you, it literally might take you going in, depending what time you go. It could take you 2 hours going in. It may take you 3 hours getting out. That's 5 hours just driving in and out of that area. And where it's planning on going,
I'm happy.
Let's say where it's planning on going, it's about an hour drive, like a 45-minute drive from Chicago. And then it's about a 30-minute drive, if that, it's probably like, let's say with traffic, 30-minute drive from O'Hare. And then where we live, it'll be an hour drive. So, look, yeah.
All right, I got an intro for these guys that they're going to love, and you're probably going to like it too, Ray, because it's going hard on the coaches there on the Eagles. Here we go. Simple Jack, Simple Kevin. Can we call him Simple Kevin?
Yeah.
Hey, it's super cold and windy, and you're facing a team with no linebackers. Let's give an all-time running back 13 touches. That's a good idea. That's a great idea. We have Devonta Smith banged up. God, that's just wild that they did that. What you know what? The Bears are in the playoffs essentially. Like, as long as we don't have an all-time collapse, like, we're in the fucking playoffs, dude. Playoffs. All right, we're gonna get to everyone's question here in a second. I want to go through the weather, game by game weather for fantasy purposes, because it's not looking good around the NFL this week, man. And there's a lot of games got to keep an eye on. Now I know it's only Friday, so there's a couple days, but it's cold, it's windy, and there's a lot of precip in the air. So
wait. Are you talking about? Hey, I'm sorry. Were you talking about me personally for my personal travel for tomorrow? Because I'm worried about you. I just wanted to. I'm sure you have no plans on leaving past like 8 o'clock in the morning. Are you? The snow's rolling in, brother.
You know what I do all day? I jerk off. I do the show. I watch movies, and I clean the house and play with my dog.
So what if you run on a lube?
I'll go dry. I can fucking dry. I don't give a fuck. I know serial killers go dry, but
I guess a snow day for Rob is no problem, because we're projected 8 to 10 inches tomorrow. So, and that's what
wild before December, and Sunday too. All right, here we go. We have first game on the docket is 49ers at Browns. We have 55% chance of snow / sleet and 22-mile-an-hour winds, man. That's a shitty game. And that's the Niners, which are a warm weather team. Browns, with that defense, man, that's going to be a wild game. Brock Purdy couldn't not throw picks when it was fucking beautiful out. So good luck, Brock Purdy.
I'm starting Daniel Jones, I'm sure, at this point. And I'm saying in balls deep because...
Titans game. Jags at Titans is 47% chance of rain, 42 degrees, 10-mile-an-hour wind. So not terrible, but for a Titans game this time of year, that's pretty shitty. Colts game at home in the Dome. Dolphins is fine, but 12-mile-an-hour winds. Falcons at Jets, we have 25% chance of rain, 8-mile-an-hour winds. Not terrible there. Buccaneers, possible rain, but that's in Florida. Panthers, 25% chance of rain. That could be another rain game. Seahawks, 25% chance of rain. Bills Steelers looks messy, bro. 20-mile-an-hour winds and 58% chance of rain. Now that's right in these teams' wheelhouses. And then Washington.
Wait for them to blow it.
Sunday Night Football, Washington is rain, and then also the Patriots 40% chance of rain there. So like all these games have a chance for rain and wind. So you got to pick for kickers, man. We got to really look through these kicker matchups. And Cam Little to the moon, baby, because GT 12 mile per hour winds ? Tua getting concussion from a gust. You know what? No, he's not, because Tua has this new awesome little thing here. Let me see if I can
super awesome, amazing.
Here it is.
Gadget.
I'm okay. Some problems can't be solved with modern science. That's why I built the Guardian cap. Fully concussion proof. You can bounce your head off pretty much anything with this bad boy. Works every time.
Ray, you got a chug ready? I know you're. What are you eating? What are you eating right now? What is it? He's happy as hell. He's doing a meat dance, dude. Meat dance. Steak? Meatballs.
Meatball.
Ah, some kind of meat. Yeah.
Meatball.
Jesus Christ. All right, I'm gonna do a chug. You got one ready?
Give me a half a second.
Go Birds, though.
Oh, go Birds.
All right, fine. Go Birds, right?
Go Birds. Get your hand off my knee.
Go Birds.
Yeah, go Birds, you know. Go Birds, you know. That is really an honest, like, goated scene of any television show ever. Like, especially the
I made the rule that I'm gonna have to play that every single stream. I didn't even plug that one. I just fucking put it on.
It made sense.
All right, we're gonna get to the questions here slowly but surely, and we're gonna be a little behind here, but no biggie.
Hey, J Bob, bear down, suckers. You can make rain.
Michael Myers.
I love you, bro, but that was not a good look from that offense. Again, what I tried telling you, wasn't looking so hot. Our offense didn't look so hot on the passing end, but until the end in the running game.
Jay Moore, what's up with Benson? Hampton's also out. Hampton's out now. Hampton has, I think, an extra week, but if Benson does not, if he's not active on game
Hampton
day,
out for 14, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
If Benson does not play next week, he is out for the year. So we
so
got to get some news. At least we're gonna know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been rough. I was just talking about before we get on. Like no one started him the first couple of weeks when he was the backup, right? The 1B to James Conner, and then James Conner gets hurt. We get one game out of him. He gets nicked up. He gets 9 fantasy points. And then we've been waiting all this time. Now we might not get him at all. Fuck off, man.
Yeah, you're telling me an XFL,
Terrible.
brother. So, I mean, I don't technically need him. We got Kyron and Bijan, but still.
Let's see. Ooh, that's a good call. I don't mind this. What about Josh McDaniels as an offense? I know Josh McDaniels sucks, but as an offensive coordinator for the Eagles.
He'd be better than the guy who's there right now. I know I'm saying he'd be better than the guy who's there right now, to be honest, because that guy who's there right now, I thought Stefanski was calling offense, but I guess he isn't.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Hey, I needed that. I only had a couple before the stream, so I'm quite spry. GT, Browns fans had massage parlor costumes. Yeah, that sounds about right. Before we get to everyone's question, I do got to shout out to the Patreon members. And thank you guys, all of you guys, for hooking it up for me.
Thank you, everybody.
Keeping the show going. Also get you access to the Discord. This is Helen Hunt, if you're wondering. There's Helen. Hello, Helen. She is the manager of the Discord. A lot of good perks in there, boys. Titan style, you need to get in there so you can help J-Bob with all of us. I try not to, but everyone pretty much grouping up against him on the Eagles. He needs someone to fight, to clap back.
I know, it's just because J-Bob just loves it. And I get it, man. Hey, Super Bowl winner, man. If the Bears win the Super Bowl at any time ever in the next 5 years, whatever, my God, you'll never hear the end of it from me. So I understand.
Also, access to my bets early. We're crushing. Unfortunately, Saquon lost, so we're 3-1 to start the week. It's okay. Free merchandise giveaways, guest appearances on the podcast, access to the community fantasy leagues. Here's the record if you're wondering on these prop bets. These are all even odds bets. Now that's updated, so it's 63 and 23 now. 33, sorry. 63 and 33. Still okay. We have 3 plays for Sunday, and then Sunday night play and a Monday night play. So 5 more plays the rest of the week. Probably going to stick with those because I do like those. I don't mind the plays we have.
What the hell, man?
I mean, dude, he was actually kind of close. He was actually kind of close with what he had. It was just rough.
I saw your thing on the Discord. You're just like, hey, I don't want 15-yard draw up the middle would be great.
They don't give him another carry, even though they were running little 6-yard outs that were getting tackled in bounds. Like, just run it then. It's just weird. bad play calling.
You're
Just
there,
professionalfanatics.com, gentlemen. Professionalfanatics.com if you want details. I highly recommend the Discord just because the community. It's what do we call it, Ray? We call it it's the what is it? It's the place to be.
What do you call it, Kramer? It was. Come on, Rudy. Come on. We call it the place. The place to be. Yes.
The place to be. Yeah. It's the place to be. Okay. Let's see where we're at here. Good call. St. Brown does treat his body like a temple. He is a monster. CK says, stop. You guys are going to make me want to be a Bears fan. I wouldn't recommend it, but there's worse teams to be a fan of. You want to be a Browns fan or a Raiders fan. I think the Raiders might be in the biggest shitstorm right now, right?
I think in general, I'll just say this since 2000, we'll just lay it out like that. The Bears are in there, unfortunately. Raiders, Jaguars, Jets, Cleveland, Browns, and I said the Raiders too. So I think those five. I think that'd be the top five. Maybe you can come up with one more. Texans.
I'm
maybe,
thinking of. I'm going in not about past, right? Like obviously Browns are tortured, Jets are really bad. I'm looking at right now.
Oh, right now.
Okay. Like now, who has the worst? Like the Titans are rough, but they have Cam Ward. At least he's showing some glimpses. The Jets, okay, they have nothing, but they just made a bunch of trades. They have like 6 first-round picks the next 3 years. That's nice. Like, what do the Raiders have? They have Ashton Genty, who was drafted too high, and whatever. He's a generational player, but he's not Saquon Barkley.
No, it's not his fault in his position. He got fucked.
And you have Trey Tucker. You have Brock Bowers. Okay, Brock Bowers, fine player, but a tight end. They're not difference makers, like rarely are they difference makers. You have a bad defense, you have a bad GM, and you have Geno Smith, who you paid, and you hired Pete Carroll. You hired the oldest coach in the league.
Arizona might be in a bad position too. I mean, if I know they're not terrible. I'm just saying in general.
They have definitely talent, though. They have talent. Like Walter Nolan was a great.
Yeah, they're not dog shit. Right. I mean,
besides Max Crosby, who they refused to trade to get 3 first-round picks, which is just insane.
Hey, what about the Vikings right now? What the hell?
No, the Vikings have Justin Jefferson, and they have some blue chippers, bro. Like, give me a blue chipper. Give me a defensive blue chipper right now on the Raiders. Besides Max Crosby, who's old.
Okay. I was gonna say, yeah.
Like,
who's old?
He won't be a part. Like, when they're good, if they're good in 3 years. No, he's like 33, bro. 32. He's real old, dude.
Maybe I'll give you. He might be 32, but he's not 33.
Oh, you're right. No, he's 28. I thought he was a lot older. My bad. Whoa. Fact check that one, Jamie. Okay. I feel like he's older, but 28 isn't. It's not 26 for a pass rusher, man. Like, he's older than
when the Bears trade for him in the offseason. You're going to be sitting here, and I will be at least being like,
I love it. They got to trade him. They have to trade him. You can
in general, you're right. There are plenty of teams though that in the NFL that just don't have blue chippers. They're just bad in general. There's a lot of. I mean, the Jets. I mean, I know they have a lot of picks now, but still, I don't trust that. I don't trust the front office. I don't trust the coaching staff. I don't trust anything on that team. Like, they've been bad forever.
I don't make fun of the Raiders. I make fun of Mark Davis, his haircut. That's and just his style. Like, the dude's wearing like Velcro shoes.
At least his old man looks like a badass with those sunglasses.
Yeah. Weird dude, but like he looks like something out of The Hills Have Eyes or something, dude.
No,
you know what I mean? Like,
no, he reminded me of like what he was probably. I bet you and I should rewatch sometime together the Ginger episode of South Park. We'll pick out one of the kids that they came up with that was part of the Ginger army that Cartman came up with, and there's got to be some kid that has a haircut looking like that.
Yeah. My question to you is, Ray, did Al Davis like impregnate his sister? Like to make Mark Davis, like there's no way that's from like, because typically these owners have like hot wives because like they're billionaires.
Yes. Yeah.
And I don't care what you look like you should have a hot, at least, or she should be cool. She should be solid looking, So he definitely like his sister probably looks like him, and he just boinked his sister. Did you say boinked? I boinked her.
I boinked her.
Yeah, I mean, boinked his sister.
There's some. I mean, here's the thing, though. It's like, I mean, it's in general with all billionaires, and when you're that high up, there's always weird shit going on with your families. Like I'm saying, when you are the first billionaire, you know what I mean? And I mean, even I don't know, man. Money's involved, and there's that much money. Weird shit's going on, brother.
Look at this anti-hero tonight, boys. I'm anti-hero. What do you got? We'll see how long I can. Oh, just Bush. We see how long I can get going. Here's Helen Hunt for you guys. We are rocking per usual. Hold on a second. Get to all the questions in a second. We are rocking per usual the fundraiser. The fundraiser, 5 super chats as a beer chug. Every $20 super chat as a beer chug. Everyone that signs up for Patreon during the live stream, even if it's a $5, to get in the private Discord, that is a chug. So I'm drinking IPAs. So we'll see. I don't know how long I'm making tonight. I'm pretty. Last night was wild, dude.
They playing your bets, man. He's not mad about it.
Yeah, the blank stare. Bubble Boy. Have you seen Bubble Boy? Terrible.
Of course, I've seen Bubble Boy.
Yeah, Meat Sweats evolves the meatball. No, I like Meat Sweats better. Right?
Oh yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Don't you worry. There's always more time for other better meats.
Hold on, I think we missed some comments. Here we go. I'll start at the top. Knicks or Herbert and PPR. Herbert has the Raiders. Knicks has the Commanders. So they both have juicy matchups. Herbert has a battle line right now, and Knicks is coming off a bye. They're both coming off a bye. What do you think?
God. I mean, it's hard. I mean,
I know my answer, and I've been pretty high on Bo Nix this week, but I'm going Justin Herbert.
Yeah, I
was historically bad game.
Right. I was just leaning Herbert because Bo Nix really hasn't had that he hasn't had like some of those games he had last year that was just like he's been having a lot of Caleb Williams games where like he's bad for 3 quarters, as that fourth quarter to like at least get him back to 20 points, but not like get you 30 points. I mean, he's done it before this year.
I like Herbert's floor on the ground better this week, right? Just because the offensive line's so bad. Like he might have 50 yards rushing in this game.
I can see it.
Yeah, good call, Max. The game in the Steelers and Bills game doesn't matter how cold or windy or snowy he is because Steelers and Bills are made for that shit. Aaron Rodgers is not made for that shit anymore, though, unfortunately. So we'll see how that's going. Team money, how about those Eagles and Chiefs losing? I am definitely more now. I'm happier because the Bears won, but take the Bears out of the equation. So much happier the Chiefs lost. Like I want to see a playoffs without Mahomes. The nice thing is they have gone away from the whole Taylor Swift angle, which was just beaten down. Like fuck that, bro. Like so annoying. Fuck you, Taylor Swift. Like, ugh. But we're glad that's gone, and like I don't think they're making the playoffs this year, so very happy with that. I do have Mahomes in a bunch of spots, so I'm pretty happy that they're gonna have to be playing desperation ball here for fantasy playoffs.
I will tell you that one of me and Mikey's good friends, he befriended him when he went to KU. My buddy Chase, and he's from Kansas, and so it's all right that he's like he wasn't just a bandwagoner, he's a diehard and went through all this shit. But it's just funny because of course. I always wait, again, I when I grew up playing fantasy and betting and all this shit, I always talked so much shit when I always got ahead. I always did that. I always got burned when I did that. Now I just wait until I know I can see the white in your eyes. I can kill you at that point. So I wait till that. So now with the Chiefs, like every time with the end of these games, when the last like minute going down and I know that's over, I'm like, well. And then, he's like, he sent me a thing. He's like, Ray, he's like, we don't got it this year. He's like, for what, this and that. He's like, but we had a hell of a 5-year run. And I was like, yeah, you did. I'm not going to even argue with that because it's
not over. It's not over for them.
Of course not.
If Andy Reid retires, it'd be rough, but they have Patrick Mahomes. They have Rasheed Rice.
As long as you have him, that's all that matters.
Talented players on defense. They got to get a running back. They got to get a running game would be nice for them. That would be cool because, they also don't play like in LA. Like you need a running game in December in Kansas City in the playoffs. That'd be cool. Kareem Hunt as their lead back, bro. What are we doing? Like, what are they doing? Like,
Montgomery out there.
Dude, that'd be great. Like someone like Montgomery. Jay Moore, thoughts on Burrow and the Bengals? Money McPherson was on fire, 24 points. Yeah, dude, I faced him up. Fucking Hawksprung started him in XFL against me.
No,
and he had Lamar. Oh yeah, dude, he had Lamar too. And I was like, and it's our matchup's really close. I need to win to secure the bye in that league. And I'm gonna crush it now. He has Lamar. I look, he's got fucking McPherson scoring 24 points. Unreal.
I got fucked in that league because I'm playing Mike, who is in what He's in
second to last
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, and he's going to score right now. He's projected because I had -1 Detroit defense and 3.7 from Goddard, and he had AJ Brown. Damn it.
Max is a good point here. I want to talk this one out because CMC's touches we talked about earlier just unreal. So he already knows it's going to be a CMC down game, but Cleveland's definitely looking good now. He says down game, but I'm more concerned about his usage here because with Brock Purdy, how bad he looked against Carolina last week, with the weather, with Cleveland's pass rush, like all they have to do is just not lose the game to beat the Browns, right? Essentially, they have to just like not turn the ball over. So like, we've done this a bunch on the show. We always it always goes over, and we set it pretty high, like 27. Give me the touch number for CMC. So he had 32 touches last week. He had 9 touches in the first drive. In this game, I see both teams just punting a bunch and just running the ball. What do we set the number at? Like where you would be comfortable like getting action on both sides, like 30.5, 28.5 for CMC touches, catches and carries.
Oh, yeah, I mean, honestly, I think 30's like that's the sweet spot right now, man. I know it's fucked up the sound, but they don't got much else going on. And if Purdy, I don't want Purdy to be this bad, but who knows? I don't know what's going on, but he's not there right now. And he can at least still get the ball to CMC, and CMC can take that. But like that, I know that's a high number. Maybe it should be like over under like 28, 20.5, something like that.
I'm worried. This could be the game. I hate wishing injury on people. I have CMC. I'm not like predicting injury, but like this would be the game he gets hurt. That defense is physical. Myles Garrett, a couple of the other guys on that front there, and if they're going to give him 30 carries in a sloppy field game with that defense, with all the tread on those tires this season, Ray, like, would it be surprised if he fucked his ankle up in this game or something, a hammy, like it's something, bro? Like it has to give out at some point. There's no way you can have 450 touches.
Do you want to be real with asking me that question on this man and his injuries, or you just want for the audience? Because to be real, everybody, that was 2 years ago. I had the first pick and I drafted him first overall, and everybody knows what happened 2 years ago, and now he killed it this year. So he is on my list, my shit list, if you will. Of I will never draft him again. I don't even care his value. Fuck him. He's a good person. I love the McCaffrey family, but fuck him in fantasy. He kills me too every time I play him. Either way, to be honest, answer your question. I was sticking with what I originally said. I think 30, honestly, because that's the only way they can win this game. I think because with how bad Purdy played, he looked like a shitty Favre when Favre had bad games. I think you said in the Discord. I think
he's a weak armed Favre. He's a poor man's Brett Favre. And again, I'm not the biggest Brett Favre fan. I think he was definitely overrated.
Yeah, I know.
Brett Favre was at least a warrior and he had a strong arm. Like Brett Purdy can't make those throws, but he tries to make those throws.
So if Cutler was on those Packers teams, would the same outcome come out?
No, Favre was better than Cutler. I'm not going to go that far, bro.
But no, I'm just making sure.
I kind of like Jay Cutler though. I think he got a bad rap. It just his
way
he carried himself, right?
Fucking rap, dude. That video, what video I'm talking about, where this guy's talking. And he's like talking about these quarterbacks. And he's like, Jay fucking Cutler. And it's like, and it goes into this like Jay Cutler just like running people over and just being all smoking Jay. Like, dude,
I love that one when he just I did too. I mean, he just didn't give a fuck. Like, unfortunately, he needed to do a little bit more winning, and like he just rubbed people the wrong way.
But
if he was a little more successful, it'd be fine.
Sure. Can we at least or I don't know what is your true opinion on that last game? In the NFC Championship game as the Packers, I truly think he could not get back in. He's too much. The fact that people said that he was like, "Oh, I couldn't go in." It's like, are you kidding me? Cutler is a badass.
That is an opinion where I can go to Cam Newton not getting that fumble. That's not an opinion. Cam Newton gave up on his team.
He didn't. That's a fact. Dude, that was a fact. He literally, you saw that.
And he also said,
he's like, I'm not doing it.
He also said it too. He's like, that was a business decision. He made a business decision in a 1-score game in the Super Bowl. Like Jay Cutler had an MCL injury. That's the bottom line. Like that's
I'm telling you right now, that was a Super Bowl. Cutler was he was back out there. I promise you that. And
maybe. We'll never know.
Of course not. But I'd be willing to bet. But I mean, who knows? Because if you can't put stability, because I think that was his driving leg. So it's like you can't literally all of a sudden, yeah. So I'm sorry. Go on.
What are we doing, Saquon? What are we doing with Saquon? Because
Dude, I mean, you got to treat him as a running back too right now, and unfortunately,
maybe he's not scoring touchdowns either. So like he's not getting a lot of work in the receiving game. He's not getting volume. He's not making explosive runs. He's not scoring touchdowns. Like he's not getting goal line work.
Okay, I guess unless you're somebody like you, who is, I'm saying in our big league, it's very, 10-man, which is why I mean, you have those 3 elite running backs, and if Saquon was one of them, which sucked, you don't need to play him. But
right,
I mean, I guess
I'm playing him. Like I'm playing him.
But I'm not playing him. But if you really if you have a vendetta against this guy and don't want to play him, the only way I wouldn't play him if you have somebody who's on your bench that's been continuously I'm trying to think of like a Kareem Hunt.
DeAndre Swift. What about DeAndre Swift?
Yeah, I'd play him over him right now.
Really? I wouldn't, because Monanga's
at
least Saquon's not losing any work. They're just not giving him the ball. He's not losing snaps to anybody.
Right, when Monanga is clearly
that's the wild thing is he's getting 86% of the snaps.
No, I'm with you. I'm not
on the field. It's they're not giving him the ball.
Rob, I'm a total person where if somebody gets me there and and they have the talent, I'm not playing them. The Eagles are just honestly, I think the Eagles are going to fire their offensive coordinator. If they don't, Stefanski's going to take over again. And they're not Stefanski, right?
No, it's Sirianni. Stefanski's
I'm sorry.
All the same. They're the same. Same dude.
Yeah, I mean, but either way, he's going to, as I thought he would, when the story brought that up the other day, I could have swore that the head coach was calling the plays, and I guess clearly not. So either going to fire the offensive
he's not going to give it up. Well, that's a good call from Eagles. He said it's not Saquon, it's the O-line. Maybe they should fire the O-line coach. Fire the O-line coach first. I think that's your first step, because the O-line is bad. And you saw how glaring it was in this game, right? It was like
but
the
there's
Bears had
injuries
these gaping holes, right? Gaping holes for the Bears. Yeah. And then Saquon gets the ball and there's 2 dudes in his face. The thing is, you just have to keep on forcing it. If you're the Eagles, you have to keep on forcing Saquon, because he will bust one. It's the Derrick Henry effect. Like Derrick Henry gets bottled up a lot too, but with the Titans, he was getting bottled up, but they had nothing else. And they just gave him the ball 25 times, and he would hit 3 or 4, 15, 20, 25-yard runs, and then he'd finally hit the 60-yard touchdown. Saquon has that ability.
He's only
that's their explosive offense.
I think those might be the only 2 people in the entire league that you might be honestly to yourself that I can give them 25 to 30 carries a game, or touches at least, and not get injured. They have the body strength and the endurance.
Well, CMC apparently.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, CMC too. Yeah,
no, but CMC shouldn't be in this conversation because he's not built like these guys.
No.
That's the crazy thing. But he's healthy as a horse. My voodoo doll thing, man, it's real. The CMC voodoo doll that I said week 1 when everyone started dropping and he was healthy. The voodoo doll gets stronger and stronger and stronger. Jay Moore, Chargers D or Browns D, man. It should be Browns D at home, but I also I'm not saying I believe in the Niners offense. I believe in the Niners offense much more than I believe in the Raiders offense right now. And we just saw, I know it was against the Browns, we just saw 10 sacks that they gave up against the Browns. I'm talking about the Raiders. So Chargers off to buy. I'm going Chargers.
Myles Garrett is on a mission right now, clearly, as he should be. And there's something wrong with that Raiders offense. Even though I think Genti gave me 24 points last week, but in full PPR, but that's just one player. Doesn't mean the whole team on offense. When you have Bowers and Genti, you shouldn't be that dumb, but they are.
No. I mean, you have Trey Tucker too. That's not a very good one.
No,
but dude, answer this question for me, right?
Wide open plays that they've blown, or Gino blew.
Gino bad. And the problem there is they traded for Kenny Pickett. The thing is, if you traded for him, obviously you like the guy. Why don't they give him a shot? Because what does it matter? Kenny Pickett's 25 years old, bro. Geno Smith is dust. He's been dust. He's not the future.
They should take a page out of the Falcons book. They have fucking Kirk Cousins, who's making a lot of money. Kirk Cousins and Geno Smith are one and the same. Geno Cousins is just way more athletic, even at
right.
He's still 32, 33, whatever age he is now, but. Same difference. It's just cut bait. You're done. He sucks. You fucked up by doing it. Play Pickett. Who knows? He's got a pretty good arm. Just let him.
Former first-round pick, man.
When I say good arm,
Like,
I
I
he's
don't know,
strong.
just
I mean, I know he's not very accurate, but just let him sling it around. Who
at
cares?
least
Like,
mix
you're not gonna
up
lose
mix
anything.
up the fucking. And also, is losing bad? If he is worse than Geno, is that bad? You want to get a first overall pick. Like, play the worst guy if you think he's worse. Play the guy you traded for. We see what you have.
Not in that division either. The whole AFC, man. No, like, no. What the hell are you doing? Like, you're not going anywhere.
No, yeah, you're not going anywhere if it was the CFL with that team. Eagles says Browns and Giants are going to be good next year. Who do you like better in terms of the way it's constructed? Now, obviously, the Giants are the easy take to say who's going to be a better team next year because they have a quarterback. Essentially, it looks like they have a franchise quarterback. We're like, we don't. I'm sorry, Shedeur Sanders lovers. He's fine. He might be a starter in the league. He's not. Jackson Dart looks like could be like the dude. He could be like a Justin Herbert type. Shedeur Sanders ain't that guy. So like I think that they have a better defense, right? And they have maybe some better pieces. The Giants have a really good D line though. So I think the Giants are in a much better spot. Do you agree?
I don't think it's even close, except the fact that the defense for the Browns is elite. But that offense is a long way to go. I mean, I know they have Juckins, which that run game looks pretty decent, but they don't really have any weapons on the passing game. I know their tight ends are above average, but the receivers don't have much oomph at all. But with the Giants, honestly, they've been pretty competitive all year. They just haven't had a lot of luck with injuries. And the fact that if they would have had their two rookies with Scatterbo, Dart, and then having Malik Neighbors being healthy.
Right. So they have a guy. We totally forgot about Malik. I feel like it's been so long since he's been out. We forgot.
It has, dude. It's been forever. But that's what I'm saying, dude. Imagine that offense when you have those three people in. Then you have Theo Johnson. In the draft and everything you add in the offseason, you add more to the offensive line. They already have an elite
Cam Scatterbo, Tyron Tracy. They got some players.
They already have an elite rush defensive line. Like there's a lot to like there.
Yeah, I like their prospect.
They got a St. Charles North guy starting in the back end. Shout out Tyler Newman.
Now they are still the Giants, which is a counterpoint to that.
Right.
But here's the thing: we're comparing Giants and Browns. The Browns are still the Browns. So like,
and we also don't know who's going to be their head coach.
Yeah, well, Brian Daboll's pretty bad. So Max says it's just like the Chiefs and Cowboys. Their fan bases love to rub it in.
Though, so we don't know.
Yeah. I'm saying, but Brian Daboll wasn't exactly great. Like, it's not like.
That's my point.
But he's actually better. It's not like it's not like a Antonio Pierce situation where
no
matter who you hire.
I like Antonio Pierce as a football player, but my God, defensive coordinator maybe, head coach.
Yeah, he's a rah dude.
Exactly.
Rams D versus Carolina, a good play.
You know, you might know was Mike Singletary.
Absolutely good play, right? Yeah, Singletary pulling his pants down. Rams D is a great play. Yeah. You agree?
Oh my God,
every week,
dude,
essentially.
The Rams, anything at this point, you play them. I'm playing Stafford. I have him in 2 leagues, and I have Baker Mayfield in 1 league as a backup, and I have Daniel Jones as a backup in the other. And I'm starting him until further notice. If that means anything.
Our O-line is down to third stringers. Yeah, I think, is he talking about the 49ers?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, well, they're running the ball, though. I mean. He's talking about, I think he's talking about the Raiders.
The Raiders, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what it is. Because I know, because he said that Cousins is getting paid twice as much as Geno, which is very true. By the way, did you know that
Cousins has made a lot of money in the NFL, brother?
Do you know that a girl that's me and Mikey's age is we graduated high school with is his cousin?
Who?
Kelly Cousins.
Oh, yeah.
Kelly Cousins is Kirk
Kelly
Cousins.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, they're all cousins, man.
Hi, Kelly. We'll never watch this, but if you are, hello.
Yeah, maybe she's tuning in right now. She wouldn't be one of the 21 people in here. That'd be awesome. Who was better, Cedric Benson or Thomas Jones? I think Ray has a pretty easy answer for this one.
Yeah, it was Thomas Jones.
Right?
I mean,
yeah,
because Thomas Jones. Here's the thing: there's Thomas Jones. Cedric Benson was fine, but Thomas Jones, he had vision. Cedric Benson, I can't tell you the amount of times I'd watch this guy take a handoff, and when the O-line would be a wall in front of him, instead of looking to the left or right, like on the outside to see where he could bounce it, he would just like follow that pile and then just get boomed for either no gain or a gain of 3 at best. Where Thomas Jones, he had a vision and be able to bounce, and he had great agility. Great agility. I love Thomas Jones.
Same, man. What also a team guy. Mark, shout out Mark. Mark's coming on the show tomorrow night. He'll be on this very show tomorrow night. Love Mark, #1 super fan.
Mark,
absolutely.
We always raid.
Absolutely. We always looking for the Rams D versus Carolina.
Absolutely. Always looking for Jack Doyle.
Always looking for Jack Doyle.
Absolutely. Always looking for Jack Doyle.
I want to talk to Samson. Climbing to the moon like that bitch Alice Kramer.
Hey, shout out Jack Doyle, baby. I've used him plenty of times in fantasy. He gave me some good games. For being
Jack Doyle was serviceable, man. He was very serviceable.
Tight end that you'd play. Shout out.
Thank you, Mark. Jay Moore, do you Bears fans miss Matt Forte?
Dude.
Also, the fantasy fans miss Matt Forte because he was a perennial top 3 pick for 3 or 4 years there.
Dude, full PPR god. Like,
yeah, because he was like
the old
McCaffrey before CMC.
Yeah,
poor man. No one was catching passes.
He was not as good at running because he wasn't as strong as McCaffrey. But I think he was a possibly better runner just overall, like everything, like with the hands, hands, route running, just everything. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just being biased, but I mean, dude, Matt Forte was always open. It was crazy. I don't know, man. Like, and then when he got the ball, he literally looked like he glided along. Like I loved him running. He looked so nice. He looked so nice doing it.
Trivia.
And I do miss him. Hey. He's alive. I love you, Matt Forte.
Love you. What college did he go to, Ray? Do you know? Mr. Bears
Too
fan?
late.
Hey, good for you. Good for you, Jack. Was George Pickens a home run hit? He going to carry me through the playoffs?
Question me on that.
Yeah, George Pickens was a home run hit just strictly on the fact that he was a 6th round pick. So, yeah, he's killing right now.
Oh, by the way, dude. I love that in the chat in the Discord. That when I saw people talking to me, I'm like, dude, how fucked is Pittsburgh? That the fact that they traded for DK Metcalf and then traded away George Pickens. So they could have just kept George Pickens altogether and never worried about any of that and just not hired Arthur Smith.
Or keep both of them. Keep Pickens on the team as well.
Well, that's a smart thing to do. Yeah, get Jono Smith in
George
there.
Pickens is versatile, man. He can play the slot. I mean, come on. GT, ask my wife who's the white chick from Fun with Dick and Jane. The answer is Helen. What's Helen Hunt? It's not Helen Hunt in that movie, is it?
And Jack and Dick and Jane.
No, that's the isn't that the Jim Carrey movie?
Yeah, no,
that's Helen Hunt.
No,
it's the chick. It's the chick from Jurassic Park 3. She's got that weird name. It's you know what I'm talking about?
One of the Family Man with Nicolas Cage, with a French name.
Tia Leone. Yeah, Tia Leone.
Yeah, Tia Leone. Yes.
She's from Jurassic Park 3. She's
right.
Married to or fake married to William H. Macy.
Right.
I actually like Jurassic Park 3. Hot take, man. People
too.
hate that movie. Like, obviously, The Lost World's the second best Jurassic Park. It goes in order, right? I feel like they just go in order. They've gotten worse. Everyone has gotten worse.
But I don't hate Jurassic World either. It's just that, like, I'm saying for what it is. You know what I mean? It's just like, obviously they took the name just to make money. But the one thing that really annoyed me on that number one thing, how did Dallas Bryce Howard run through the jungle in high heels the entire movie in Jurassic World?
I don't like her, man.
She's a babe, though.
I don't like her. Yeah, she's okay. I don't know.
Okay.
She's better.
I'm not going to say that she's the best, but.
Yeah, she's okay. And GT said it's a joke. He said all white chicks are Helen Hunts.
So it's the same joke as the black kid in Role Models. If you white,
yeah.
What was it? You're Brad Pitt.
I wish. Hey, you call me Brad Pitt. Should I pick up Cleveland defense this week and just roll with Houston versus Hobble Jones? I like the Houston matchup there against Daniel Jones. Now, Colts are coming off a bye, which I suppose is nice, and they're at home. But hobble Daniel Jones against pressure, man. He might have his brains beaten in. But I like Cleveland's you know what? Pick them both up, and you can play matchups. I don't know. You have two of the best defenses, two of the top 3 in fantasy.
See, that's the thing, dude. Like, me personally, I'm in such a hard position right now in balls deep because I have now 4 quarterbacks who are healthy. I mean, I need to ask you this. I don't want to be cheating. I have CJ Stroud. He's now healthy, but he's on my IR. Do I need to drop him because he's healthy? Okay. I just want to make sure because I don't want to cheat. That's what I'm saying. Like I will, or I'll drop one of my 4 quarterbacks. So
you're fine. Titan style traded Pickens for Jamar Chase before Flacco got traded. And then I traded Ladd for Pickens when CD came back. So that's a nice little carousel there. You just,
yeah, because I would have said I would have kept Chase and then done Ladd for Pickens. And wow. Okay. I've never seen that too often, but that worked out well for you.
Sig Ryan says, Titan, what league is that? Leagues I play in for money. We don't do trade backs. Is that a thing? Like, you should be able to do that. Like, it's weird, but like,
no trade back, but I think the trade back would be 1 for 1. That wasn't 1 for 1. Like, they made one trade, and then that player was part of another trade. So like,
yeah, you can't do you can't swap them back and forth.
Yeah, to swap them back and forth. I'd be calling up. I'd be like, well, you're not getting my money this year if you're going to let that happen. Like, but if it's just like another random trade for trade and just happens to be that same player in different trades, like that is what it is, you know.
God, I hate weird. Like, I'm such a fantasy purist, dude. And I play in obviously 25 leagues, and I used to play in 10 home leagues, so I cut that down because all the weird rules. And I'm in one of my ESPN leagues. Pisses me off. Has 5 bench spots, and like one of them, the other one has 5 bench spots and a limit for 6 running backs max. I can't have more than 6 running backs on my roster. And Ray, I have 10. If there's enough bench spots, I will have 10 running backs on my team because I usually go like premium wide receiver, and then I just like stream the second wide running back spot. But Jay, Bandit in our Discord, he was telling me that his league, it's a fucking $1,000 buy-in. He's been doing it forever. He's an older gentleman, and he was saying it has 4 bench spots, and it has they're allowed 1 acquisition per week, 1 like pickup per week, not waiver, like 1 pickup. So like you have no bench spots. If your team gets hurt, you're gonna be roster. Like you're gonna have 6 teams out of the 10 or 12 that aren't even like filling in a full roster because you can't make a pickup. Like wild bye weeks and shit. Like,
and
what
no
the hell?
IR spots or anything like that.
Like probably not, dude. So it's like, why we shouldn't make fantasy harder than it already is. We already have to deal with random injuries. Like, they probably had the same rules during COVID. Remember the COVID when everyone would just get ruled out? Like,
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you what. I promise you.
I'm gonna tell you what. Okay, Hank Hill.
I'll tell you what, Bobby. But I will bring this up in the Discord since it was in the Discord. I'm just interested. Because if he's an older gentleman, this guy could just been playing fantasy with his boys before these apps and the internet was really doing this. So like they just did it the old school way where like you didn't need that many bench spots because guys played through major injuries that guys these days never think of playing. They wouldn't play for 2 to 3. Like what Bucky Irving just happened to? Walter Payton would have maybe missed the game, if that. You know what I mean? Like just saying. So like I don't know but that's pretty interesting because that's really messed up, dude. That's a free for all, to be honest. Like, because that means you have to be dropping people you don't want any business dropping, and there's that waiver is just
that's so stupid. Like that much money on the line.
I don't like that either. That's
all it does is make it more random. And fantasy's already random enough for my liking because I want the best player and the best team to win. That already doesn't happen majority of the time. Now you're literally just flipping a coin. Like whoever drafts the best and team stays healthy wins. Whoever has the bye week situation, injuries that don't affect this certain week wins. Fuck that. Jay Moore says, I wish the Falcons used Bijan like CMC. Ray, could you imagine that? Let's just say this. Imagine Bijan on the Niners this year. Imagine that world, Ray. How many points would he have?
So, Jay Moore, I'm assuming you're a Falcons fan. I'm gonna let you know right now. My love for Bijan has been unlimited from day one when he came into the NFL. First off, I loved watching him in college, but when the Falcons traded up and they did all these things, or I don't know if they did trade or they took him high. I know they took him very high, top 10. But when they did that, I was like, okay, this guy's a mega stud. He's going to this team that already has a good offense. why won't they use why wouldn't they use this guy to drive him into the ground? Well, it took 3 years. Was this year 4 now? Right?
Yeah.
Are we in year 4 now? Wow.
Believe so.
Well, I guess unfortunately, because I took him right now. I'm gonna tell you right now, Jay Moore, how much I love Bijan. I took him 1-1 in fantasy. Rob was there. I took him rookie year 1-1.
You did.
And I should have taken JJ because that's when Justin Jefferson had his best season of his career. But I've taken him multiple times, and I've taken him now this year again. And he was my first overall pick this year, and he's finally given out his best year. But he's a stud, dude. Doesn't get hurt. I love him.
But it wasn't. So Jay Moore said he took Bijan with the 101 thoughts. That was the pick this year.
I did the same thing.
It was the safest pick mixed with the most upside. Where Gibbs had the Montgomery question. CMC obviously had the lingering injury issue.
I'll just tell you right now. I had 2. I'm in 4 leagues. They're all friend leagues. Rob's in 2 of them. Rob is in one of them that I had the first overall. That's the one I took Bijan this year. I said I'd take him before, but again, I took him again first overall this year, and it's finally working out great. And then in my other high school league that's been around for 20 years, I took Jamar Chase because that is they're both half PPR, but that high school league is a weirdly such high scoring, and the wide receiver, it's 3 wide receiver, and there's no flex. It's like you need wide receivers, and it's gross. Oh, it's gross.
Flex leagues. Why does anyone play a no flex league?
Stubborn.
I don't get the argument. No, the argument is it makes start sits tougher. You actually had more decisions.
I know.
It also makes the draft stupid because you have to make dumb trades because you have too many guys. I don't like that. I want to be able to be rewarded for drafting Javonte Williams in the fucking 11th round everywhere, and I can actually play him. I want to get rewarded for that. So dumb. Sven, RJ Harvey, Woody, Devin Neal, Chris Rodriguez, pick 2 PPR. Top 2.
I was gonna say, I think you got it in order there.
Yeah, RJ Harvey is a cut above all these guys, and Woody Marks is a fine RB2, man. Titan says should have taken Chase, Jay Moore. And here's the thing. Yes, I get what you're saying, but Bijan has, the running backs are scarce. Bijan has elite pass catching upside and elite ability at the running back position. So that's why you take Bijan. And it's not Bijan's fault he's not doing that good. It's the offense.
Well, and here's the thing. Bijan has gotten over 100 yards total many times this year, and he's gotten over 100 yards rushing and over 100 yards receiving this year. He's done all 3. It's it's not Bijan. Literally, Bijan is, that's why, I'm still obsessed with Bijan. I fucking love the guy. I think he's easily, me personally, I may just gonna be biased, but I think overall, he's offensively, interior wise, he is a top 5 talent in the NFL because, of course,
let's just talk running back. I think he's the most. I think Gibbs, him, JT, and then CMC is 4th in my mind. CMC is just a veteran and he gets a lot of volume, but he's just not the runner. I would still say overall, just because he can block, he can pass or not pass. Well, I don't know if he can. I'm sure he probably can, but he can. He's great at pass catching and route running, and he's amazing at running outside, inside, joking. And most importantly, he's available. The dude has not missed 1 game at running back. Dude, how fucking insane is that? It's pretty wild that Jahmyr Gibbs has stayed really healthy too.
Dude,
he doesn't get the workload though, but his body type is not comp to. He comps to a guy that's going to get some ankle injuries and get banged up a little bit. Mark's out of here. He says, "Got to early boys need to be up early."
Mark,
cheers, Robin Big Ray. Hashtag get raid. I'll see you tomorrow when I hop on the show. Damn straight excited to have you on, baby.
Get boys. Love you, Mark.
Thank you, Ray. We are 2 away from a chug-a-lug, so get your next chug ready when you can. I don't know how late this show is going to go tonight. I need to get my energy up though. That's for sure. What are your projections for Neal with no Kamara? I think we're going to have different opinion here because you and Storey last night said he was like a top 30 guy. I said top 23, top 21. It's just I like him more in PPR. Yeah. So in PPR, he's definitely startable.
Sure.
And when I say startable, like a flex guy, maybe even an RB2. Half PPR, he's barely not barely flexible.
I guess Rob, all I'll say is
running back 3.
We talked, you and I, and with Storey, we talked many times, and I've been thinking all this time, the Saints have a bad matchup. I'm saying for game script wise, they'll be passing, and AKA that means, Kamara will be getting these easy dump downs, checkoffs because he's a great route runner, can catch. I mean, maybe, honestly, very well because he's old. I mean, I'll admit that. Like he could just be finally hitting that wall that every single NFL running back finally hits. That you noticeably become more just slow and not more as explosive, especially with the injuries that he's had. So I'll admit, like, and we'll see Sunday. Neal could all of a sudden he could be a Manung guy. I mean, Manung guy, dude, 7th round pick. And I'm saying he's pretty explosive and he's good.
All I know is he had 5 catches. He had 5 catches last week, which is nice for running back.
PPR.
5 catches, 43 yards. Like I care about the snap share. It was a snap share. Taysom Hill's going to be a fucking annoying as hell. That's the problem. Yeah. That's why if there was no Taysom Hill there, Ray, I would rank him top 15.
I would agree with
just
that,
because I know Kamara didn't do it. That's the point, Ray. And that's what you made. You made that point. Kappa made it earlier on the show, this week on the show, is that like Alvin Kamara couldn't do it. So like, what's to say Devin Neal will? And I don't know if Kamara, he didn't look that bad this year.
No, that's what I'm saying.
A little diminished.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's just finally like, because you're right. Like every time I did watch him, he just didn't look like even like Kamara of a couple of years ago. Like, and especially with running back, that's the first one to go. And I mean, he's had a great career. He's over 30 though, so and he's had a lot of injuries. Yeah. One thing, if he didn't have a lot of injuries, he's had a lot of injuries, and this year had injuries. So it's like.
Yeah, every game he was questionable with that ankle. Sven says, I sat Philly's defense in one league to start San Francisco. Miami and Atlanta are available. Would you rather start them? So they're all good plays. My worry with San Francisco's defense is I don't know, like, in that game how many pass attempts they're going to have. Now, with shitty weather, you do get fumbles and turnovers. So they're not going to allow a lot of points. I think they're a really safe play. I do like Atlanta at the Jets with Tyrod there. They're throwing the ball more with Tyrod. And Atlanta's defense is known to be like they have a good pass rush and they're opportunistic with interceptions. I think I'd probably stick with San Fran because San Fran's floor, like there's just no world where as long as the Browns don't get multiple defensive touchdowns, and a lot of leagues, defensive touchdowns don't go against your points against for the defense. So check that scoring. But there's no world where the Browns put up over 24 points in this game. I can't see it. The problem is, Ray, San Francisco's defense in like real life and in general is bad. They have no pass rush. They look good against Bryce Young. But did you hear the stat, Ray, that they were talking about the Bears, how many turnovers the Bears have forced this year? It was like 24, right? The Jets have forced 1 turnover this year. 1. Can you imagine that? Like in this day and age?
I will admit, I think I saw something. It was past week 10 that they had either 0 or 1 turnover. Yeah. So I mean, that's a couple games ago. So the fact they're still there. And the Bears, I think after dinner, I think going in, the Bears at 24. I think they're at 26 now after today.
Yeah.
So.
And the announcers were like, what's harder to do? 24 through 11 games or 1 through 12 games, whatever. Like, I think one's harder to do because you can run yourself into fumbles. Fumbles just happen. Interceptions happen.
We've seen
tip balls happen. Deflections happen. Yeah.
Deflection. More important than that, I mean, dude, just random. Even just now, hey, shout out Peanut Tillman. Dude, like DBs are now grown. Like, if you're chasing or you're going in and you have like punch that ball. I mean, dude, there's one.
Oh, hold on. Sven has a good point here. He said the Bucks are available too.
Ooh,
now, Sven, what is your standing
Bay.
in the league? Because the Bucks are the stash. So if you they're not a bad start this week at home against the Cardinals. But, now I prefer the other teams you mentioned, but if you're already locked into the playoffs, especially if you're locked into a bye,
pick them up and take the hit for the potential badness for this week.
Yeah,
or stash them if you have a bench spot. If you don't, though, like Rob said, if you're winning, like if you got 8, 9, good for you, 10+ wins, like, and or just depending on like how your league's set up, like with Rob, a couple of like one of Rob and I's leagues, me and him are this year we have some of the higher numbers, but in general, I mean, there's the rest of them below. I mean, everything's still in play.
I wouldn't sacrifice a playoff spot. I know it's again random on team defenses. I wouldn't sacrifice a bye if you lose because of this for a bye or a playoff spot. If you already have a bye locked up, 100% Bucks. If you're going for the 1 or 2 seed, which doesn't make that much of a difference, or if you're like firmly in the 4 or 5 seed in a 12-man, then give me. I'm fighting for the last playoff spot. Currently ahead, projected to win by 40. Man, if you want to risk it, Sven, you're projected to win by 40. Tampa Bay is not a bad play this week. It's risky because I think you can just wait. Actually, you know what? If your league mates aren't savvy, just wait. Roll with the better defense. You might be able to get them next week, especially if they don't have a good game this week, which I don't think they're going to be like a top 10 defense. So yeah, wait. I don't want to give you any advice, Sven, that costs you the playoffs because you got to get in the playoffs before you win the ship. That's what we want to prioritize here. Swift is better than Monungai. They're different players. Monungai runs really hard, brother. Really hard. The Bears ran it down the Eagles' throat today. I have revised the record predictions for to 11-6 in a wild card. I think they're winning this division. They just got to beat the Packers one time. Beat the Packers once. Ray is eating some meatballs there. My fiance was a Browns fan before we met. Now she's a Vikings fan like me. Thoughts? It's a good decision. I mean, it's not a great move, but the Vikings fans are, like I said, Vikings fans are probably my favorite people of all the fan bases I've met. They're really nice. They're really awesome. They're knowledgeable.
I guess they went from one franchise that's never won a Super Bowl to another. So, in my eyes, you made a lateral movement. I would just rather be a Vikings fan because you at least have a good, what you think's a good team. But you have JJ9, and that's a good upside. And good luck with that. Bear down.
I'd still rather be a Vikings fan than a Browns fan.
Oh, I know, man. I just said that, but hey, I stick with what I said. Both of y'all never won a Super Bowl. So what's the difference in reality? To be perfectly honest, there isn't.
You weren't alive when the Bears won a Super Bowl, right?
I've seen the Bears go to a Super Bowl, and the Vikings have not.
Oh, okay. Where were he hates the Vikings. Tell us how you really feel.
I hate all the teams in our division. I used to not hate the Lions until they became good.
I don't.
They hate us.
I know. That's why you're going to call me not a true Bears fan. I don't even care about the
I know. I will give this to you. I've never been to I've never. Oh, I love that. Yeah, Christmas vacation.
Christmas time, baby. Post Thanksgiving.
Christmas real quick. Like I've never gone to either. Like no outside the game. Never been to Detroit, Green Bay, or Vikings. I've been to some of those cities, but not those stadiums. But because I've had many friends go up to Green Bay and tell me amazing things, that they're like the nicest people, which I would believe because Wisconsin people in general I feel like are pretty nice. Minnesota I feel like would be the same way. But here's the thing.
Oh yeah, all
it takes is those idiot fans, because we all have them. Bears, we have plenty of idiot Bears fans. I'm probably one of them. Hence, I'm talking. It's like,
no, you're not. You're just passionate.
No, I don't mind the White Sox. I really don't. I like to root for them. But until I have friends who tell me these horrible things about the Cubs for no reason, it's like, well, I guess they fuck the White Sox. I guess honestly, it's the same.
Got him. I got him like a pig. Where am I at here in the chat? Sorry, here we go. Where will Pacheco end up next year? He is not a good runner. He's not looking like a good runner this year, Ray.
Honestly, it doesn't matter. I mean, he'll be somewhere. He's not going out. He'll be in the NFL. He's gonna go on a worse J.K. Dobbins like search. You know what I mean? Like he'll be a journey guy at this point, and
he'll be a nice depth piece for a team. Yeah,
he'll be around for a while. Honestly, I think he'll be around for another 5+ years. He just won't be a number one running back. I mean, maybe.
Carlson asks, who do you think are Super Bowl contenders this year? Let's not go contender. Let's just give us your favorites right now in each. The AFC is tough, bro. It's really tough.
I mean, I think both of them are. I mean, but the AFC is more tough for sure. Because I mean, there's so much parity and that's the good thing with the NFL. That's why I like the NFL, it's annoying, but there is a lot of, when I say parity, because it's a lot of evenness. Now, of course, there are certain teams that are making their own way to be better. I mean, the Rams are I think they're my number one in my power rankings.
Rams are an easy call just because the Eagles right now, they were for me, and now I can't have the Eagles number one.
No, I mean, and then I can't. All right, right now with the AFC, I mean, I would still right now if Denver and New England played, I'm picking New England. I would take Drake May. As crazy as it sounds, I like Sean Payton as a better coach, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I think those.
I'm still taking the Bills. Is that crazy? Me taking the Bills?
No,
just because I don't like any other team there, and give me Josh Allen.
No,
I can't see the Ravens anymore.
I don't like Sean McDermott, but I like Josh Allen over both the other two teams' quarterbacks in general in the playoffs, because we've seen Josh Allen in the playoffs. Because here's the thing, this might be his time finally. Because every time he's killed it in the playoffs, he loses against Mahomes, and it's not because of him. Maybe
Right,
this is
and now there's no
finally it.
Mahomes. So, Braden, what's up, fellas? How do we feel about Diggs this week? He's put up 19+ both times he's been in New York, Buffalo, and Jets. He plays the Giants this week. ... That's Monday Night Football, I believe. I like it. Spoiler, one of my picks is Stephon Diggs over 47.5 receiving yards. Kind of low, and he's coming off a 2 for 20 game or whatever, where the concerning thing there was his snap share had spiked a little bit. You know, he was like 52, 55, 58% of the snaps earlier in the year, and then it got to like low 60s. And that game 3 weeks ago on Monday Night Football, or it was Monday or Sunday Night Football, he had up to 82% of the snaps. Now, that was without Keyshawn Boutte. Now Boutte's back, but I feel like 47 is low. That's why I took the over, and I like the matchup there. Giants secondary is bad. So what do you think? He's not a must start, but like he is surprisingly, because he's played every game, he's been consistent. He's like wide receiver 16 on the year, right? In PPR. Pretty impressive.
I was gonna say, I think he's must start. I mean, because he wasn't in the beginning of the year, but it just took him about, I think it was about maybe 6 weeks, maybe a couple more, maybe week 7, 8, when he really like turned it on with, or I'm saying Mahomes with Drake May, and when it seemed to really take off is when Kendrick Boutte got hurt, and just because I'm not gonna say Kendrick Boutte was being their number one, but just saying he was young, and it's like, it seemed to have like a decent amount of chemistry, and then he got hurt. So then it seemed like that guy that, May might have some comfortability with was gone. So then he had to go to the veteran, and then they already were building chemistry and building up their success. And then I think at this point they're riding high. I mean, Drake May, it's hard to bet against right now, man.
He also has Sutton and McConkey. So is McConkey just the play though over Diggs? Or
I would say
those are actually two of my bets. Is I have over 4.5 catches for Ladd, and then Diggs over 47 yards. Pretty low, dude.
That's what they think of 4.5 now.
I know. Well, it's because they spread the ball there. So I think
I know. I would say that I would go Diggs, McConkey, and Sutton.
Okay, we can roll with Diggs. Let's roll with Diggs. GT, who will win a Super Bowl first? Chargers or Broncos? Chargers or Broncos? Who's winning a Super Bowl
first?
Broncos. Agreed. That defense is for real, and they just don't give. I don't know, Justin Herbert. I guess it's not his fault or the GM's fault that the offensive line died this year.
That is rough.
Give me the Broncos. They have similar pass. Bo Nix is younger than Herbert. Herbert's never impressed me in the playoffs. So
there's one guy in the Super Bowl as a coach, and there's one who hasn't. And there was one who went there and didn't win. And I don't know. I'm not gonna say that. I guess that's the little tipper that I would change that on for like why I'm choosing the Broncos.
You like Chase Brown? You think this is sustainable now? You have Burrow back. Now we saw the worry with P. Ryan being back, which is a problem because they love P. Ryan there, man. P. Ryan's a thorn in his spine. But you get the upgrade with Joe Burrow, so more scoring chances, but now less snaps.
I wouldn't sit there and say he's an automatic top 12 option. I could say maybe top 15, but top 12 just because P. Ryan's back. If P. Ryan wasn't there, he could be a top 10 pick, top 10 ranking. P. Ryan, they like the guy, and he's had success, and I saw he was getting opportunities again today, man, and it's just he's not going away. So I'm not going to sit here and say that it's a bad thing. Like I'm saying that Chase is a bad play because he's not. He's an elite play. He's a
floor play. He's a floor play because of PPR.
Correct.
That's what we're going to call him, right? What happened to Todd Gurley? Did he retire already? Todd Gurley retired at 27. It's been like 5 years. He gone.
Todd Gurley, man. I never had him once when he was amazing, and I wish I did because I was just never in the position to get him. But my God, was he a fucking god at fantasy for about
3 year stretch. Yeah. It was unreal. Back-to-back years especially was number one. Eagles offensive coordinator is terrible. The head coach is terrible. The coaching staff there is terrible. We'll leave it at that. No, GT said if you're white, you're Ben Affleck. That's the one. You're Ben Affleck.
If you're white, you're Ben Affleck.
Zaza, hopefully that's your second quarterback if you drop Purdy for Jaden Daniels. I actually believe I think he shouldn't come back, but Jaden Daniels will be back this year, and it's wild. McLaurin's back. They might have a nice end of the season, which is going to be stupid for them because they're going to cost themselves 6 or 7 draft positions there. They're going to go from like a 7th or 8th overall pick to the 15th pick, which is crazy. Trey Benson, Zaza, we don't know, man. If he doesn't play next week, he's out for the year. So that's his window. His window is 21 days. If he is not active on game day next week, which is week 14, he is out for the year. I don't know if he had a setback on Wednesday, but he was trending like he was going to play this week. Now he's not. We got to pay attention on Wednesday and Thursday. And if they say he's not going to play before game day, cut his ass because he's out for the year. It fucking sucks. Sucks. Jay Moore, in my third year playing fantasy, I was able to draft Bijan every time his rookie year. I took him 7 overall. Ray took him 1 overall. Do you guys play fantasy on Sleeper? No, I hear it's a really good format. I play Fantrax, Yahoo, and ESPN are my 3 platforms. I hate ESPN, but a couple of my home leagues, they do it on ESPN. ESPN sucks. Terrible.
One of my leagues is NFL. It's okay. I like it better than ESPN. ESPN is trash. I don't know how it's trash, but it's not good.
Do you think the split with Swift and Monangai can be sustainable, both putting up 20 points? No, but the split was sustainable in terms of the usage. That is sustainable.
You're right.
Who do you want? Yeah. Who do you want rest of the season? Is it Monangai or is it Swift? Because they're literally splitting everything. Goal line work, passing down work. I mean, Swift is probably better in the passing game, but they're not throwing to the running backs very often. So who do you prefer? Is it Swift?
It's not by much, though. I would say, honestly, it could be like 55-45 or 60-40. It's not much. Like, it's very close to 50-50. But Swift is paying more money. But I will say it does seem that when there's short yardage, that Ben Johnson does trust Monangai more. By the way,
yeah, and he's a harder runner, bro.
Him taking his shirt off in the locker room today, my God. Did Ray want to run through the fucking wall, dude? He knows how to get Chicago on his fucking side, dude.
Who has the NFL sack record, and does Miles finally break it? It is Michael Strahan. Strahan. It's an asterisk for me because that's when Brett Favre gave him that sack. So I'm not a big Strahan fan. He's kind of annoying. I love Myles Garrett, so Myles Garrett will break it. He will break it.
So I'm saying you're telling me. Okay, I'm assuming that was the last game of the season when that Favre sack happened. Then, right? I remember that whole scandal. Yeah. Okay, that was the last game.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Mayfield or Lawrence? It's I think I'm gonna go with healthy guy. Give me the healthy guy. Trevor Lawrence. Dude, I'm not risking Baker, who's gonna gut it out when he probably should miss this week, leaving again at halftime. I'm not gonna risk that, dude. Because Baker's never gonna fucking chill out on the running and throwing and not covering himself.
That's true.
That's the problem.
That we know he is a stubborn son of a bitch when it comes to that.
All right, we are almost caught up in questions. We have, let's see, probably about 15 questions left. Ooh, GT has a good Christmas question for me. Ray, you're not eligible for this because I'm not even paying you for the show, so you're sure as fuck not super chatting me. Can't do it. You're not going to be in the hole from the show like I was forever. We have 2 more to meet this goal. If we meet the goal before I get through the questions, we'll add 20 minutes to the show. Otherwise, we're going to do a really long one tomorrow night. That's with Mark, #1 super fan Mark. Also, if you're in here and you're not in the Discord or the Patreon, what's up?
No, keep going. I'm sorry.
Please do. Also, shout out to everyone that's in there. There's a lot of good perks, gentlemen. A lot of good perks. Access to my bets alone is going to make you a lot of money. Guest appearances in the pod, community fantasy leagues. We're starting up here with NFL fantasy, NFL playoff fantasy, which is in a couple weeks away. Literally, end of the season is coming up soon. Free merchandise. You want this hat I have? I give them away. Here is Helen Hunt's. Hello, Helen. Here's the record on the bets, just for reference point. I post all of these. They're all documented. All -120, -110, even odds. Never worse than that. I don't do -150s. That's for chumps. Professionalfanatics.com is how you get information on all that kind of stuff. Support your boys, man. Support your boys.
Yeah, please.
Because,
help the channel.
Week. I looked when I started it was 90 days ago, I think. 90 days ago, I started my first stream. That was my first draft, Fantrax draft, not counting best balls. I have done 115 live streams in 90 days, and it's averaging like 22 hours a week. So like almost 80. It was like 85 hours a month. I'm live. That's wild, bro.
Yeah.
Wild.
Real quick. So there's a coworker of mine when I don't think he listened to me because he basically needs a flex between Kareem Hunt, which I know is past due now, but I told him Kareem Hunt originally, but if he didn't play him, he has either Algier, Troy Franklin, Marvin Harrison Jr., John Mechie, or Marion Hampton.
Hampton's already ruled out, so it's probably going to be. I don't think Marvin's playing either.
Right. No, I mean, he hasn't played. I don't think he's practiced.
Who was the first two names?
Algier, Troy Franklin, John Menchie.
Franklin. Easy
Yeah.
Franklin. Yeah. Rico Harvey, Wilson, or Brian Thomas at flex 10-man league. Currently 6 and 6. I'm going Harvey. Actually, I might go Harvey over Rico. It's close. It's Rico or Harvey.
Full PPR.
Well, I'll say this: if Marvin Harrison's ruled out, I may go Michael Wilson full PPR. It's just he's too hot right now.
Yeah, I mean,
so I'd probably go because I it depends what you need. Upside's Harvey because he could just go wild in this game against Commanders. Floor, right. If there's no Marvin Harrison, is going to be. No, I think floor is still Rico Dowdle. And so I think it's either Wilson or
Dowdle
Rico
for sure in my eyes. I mean, that's definitely the floor.
Yeah. Well, Brian Thomas is not in this equation for me. I'm not playing him first week back from injury.
No, plus Rico. I mean, or I'm saying that. I mean, Rico's going against the Rams. I mean, that's
So upside's Harvey. Harvey has an upside there.
Right.
It's Harvey or Wilson. So I think it's Harvey, dude. I'm not. I'm not a Harvey guy, bro. I am not a Harvey guy. Upside's Harvey. Was May throwing as much last year? No, he had no one to throw to, and he had no time, so he was running more. Jared. Did Jared Allen play for the Bears for 1 year?
Yeah.
Yeah. Christmas question: real or fake tree? Ray, I know Ray's a real tree guy, right?
No, I've never had one.
Oh, okay. I'm a fake tree guy. My house is kind of small. Like I don't have like high ceilings for one, and I have dogs.
I grew up in a condo, so that was never gonna happen. And now it's just like big fire hazard. I mean, honestly, I would love to have a real one. It's just you do got to keep up on those things. It's not just like
it's also just a mess. Like it's messy. You have to go out and get it. It costs a lot of money for like what it is. You got to throw it out. It's just a lot.
This is more the
well, that's a tradition people like. Yeah, I just don't like this. It's just messy, and I don't know. Maybe I'm just lazy. Now growing up, we always had a real tree. That was I had 3 siblings. We always had a real tree. So I guess, but I'm not partial to it. Jay Moore, who's the defensive rookie of the year? It's Carson Schwarzenegger, man, for the Browns. He is like a minus 600 favorite, and that dude's a madman, bro. I have him in my IDP league. Somehow someone dropped him when he was hurt, week 5, bro. He's just getting like 8 tackles a game, 2 tackles for loss, picks, sacks. He's just all over the fucking field. What a find! Wow. What a find! Chargers defense destroyed by Texans and Jags. Chargers destroyed by Texans and Jags. Yeah, they were destroyed, but. I'm not too. They're not going to get destroyed. They're not going to get destroyed by the Raiders. There's just no fucking way. No fucking way. Imagine if the Bears had Nick Bosa. Oh, I love Nick Bosa. I love him. AJ Brown or Jamar Chase coming around for me in the fantasy playoffs. And yeah, AJ Brown is, and that's what we said in the show. I always said don't panic on AJ Brown just because. What are you supposed to do? Trade low on him? Like trade him for nothing? No way. No way. This is a question for you, Ray. Jalen Johnson was elite last year. Would you take him or Christian Gonzalez? I'm going Christian Gonzalez. I love Jalen Johnson, but it's close. Give me Christian Gonzalez. I know he hasn't impressed this year, but I've seen more of a track record, and I think that he's just a better prospect coming out. So it's close, but I like Christian Gonzalez. Also, I know Christian Gonzalez is like a team leader. I'm not saying Jalen Johnson isn't, but Christian Gonzalez is very good.
I would say they're pretty much even, to be honest. I don't know because I've seen Christian Gonzalez getting burned this year. I've seen Jalen Johnson getting burned, but I've also seen them both lock down guys who you would think they wouldn't be able to, just because like I shouldn't say never, but I have not watched Christian Gonzalez like tape as much as I watched Jalen Johnson when he plays because I clearly watch every Bears snap.
Right.
So I don't want to be biased because I know just from seeing what I've seen. And just I know from what his reputation is, Christian Gonzalez is one of the best, corners in the league. So I would just say they're pretty close to even.
Close, yeah, it is. Teddy B was getting first team reps, but then Baker was kind of cleared. So I think it's like 75-25 Baker plays. They do have Baker's passing props up on DraftKings. Thank you, Jay. So that makes me lead. And Baker Mayfield's also a Warrior. Michael, Wilson or Marv? Michael Wilson or Marv if Marv plays. I don't think Marv's playing. He has yet to take an actual full practice, which would include hits, and he's got that appendectomy. If Marv plays this week, I'm taking Wilson.
Did you not see what his coach said about him? Because they asked about him playing or his health, and he's just like, he'll play when he's mentally and physically ready to play. It's like, what the
Marv's kind of a
fuck?
softie. He's kind of a mental midget, man.
What the
so-
fuck does that even mean? In my head, that means that dude ain't playing anytime soon.
I'll phrase it like this, man. This week, if Marv plays, I'm definitely playing Wilson because Marv might be a little limited, whatever the case may be. Going forward, rest of season, fantasy playoffs, I'm still taking Marv over Wilson.
Yeah.
I feel like Wilson's still a top 36 guy, though, just because how much they're throwing the ball there in Arizona and the chemistry. Marv is going to be ticked down, kind of to where he was before, kind of where he was with Kyler, right? A top 30 option, touchdown or bust kind of guy. But yeah, give me Wilson over Marv this week, even if Marv plays. My opponent, let's see. Need to start 3. Marv, Wilson, Olave, Ibuka. It's Ibuka, Olave, Wilson. We're sitting Marv for sure.
Dude, I had a nice just happiness of just what I just did of a sigh of relief with Olave because, of course, my Thanksgiving gets fucked with St. Brown going out right away, 0 points. I don't have Olave in balls deep, but I have Olave in 2 other leagues that I'm in position to get to the playoffs with, so I need him. And he obviously didn't. He went out Wednesday, didn't practice yesterday, and then he practiced full today. Like I was like, oh.
Yeah, he's playing. We need that too. I have so much Olave, dude.
I know you do. I'm just saying, like, I was definitely like, oh god, dude, no, please don't do this to me right now. I can't do this.
Thank you, GT, my dude.
GT, love you, man.
49ers are a fine move. I guess Dolphins might be better. If there's no Olave, I probably would go Dolphins.
Dude, but here's the thing,
offense,
here's the thing. I guess I just buyer beware based on they're at Cleveland. What's the weather going to be like? San Francisco going to Cleveland. Well, shit, dude. Rob, I honestly, that storm that's coming through tomorrow is going to be in Cleveland on Sunday. It's going to be bad weather. Dude.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah,
San Francisco going to bad weather. I would take Judkins and a good defense over anything that
yeah.
So, honestly, I mean, in a vacuum, to be honest, guys, I think the 49ers might be walking into a buzzsaw that they're not ready for because it's going to be bad weather. If everybody doesn't know, we're going to be hit with 8 to 10 inches in the Chicagoland area tomorrow, and Ohio is a day behind it, or the day after usually. So that means
right.
that weather will be rolling in that day on Sunday.
Silver says there's a chance the Raiders D-line dominates that Chargers O-line. I see what you're saying. If the Raiders were at home, they play much better at home. I would maybe see that more. And I think they're just going to get a lot of quick hitters out, and they can run the ball still. It's just their pass blocking is awful. And the Raiders are pretty
it's sad
bad
because they shouldn't be that
around.
way, but it is because of injury. It's like,
yeah.
I mean, could you imagine like being Jim Harbaugh? It's like, oh, we lost our starting left tackle. No worries, we'll use Joe Alt. Move him right over, and
right?
we'll just use a backup right tackle. Oops.
Sucks. Story made the point. There's a chance Joe Alt's never the same, just because those big guys they get lower body injuries. Man, I
hope not.
It's rough, man. I love that guy, dude. Thoughts on Bucky's return? We said yesterday it was a 50%. We were projecting this first week 50% Bucky in terms of snap share, 25-25 for the other two, but the 50% Bucky would probably be a 60% opportunity share. Now, Todd Bowles that come out today and say that they want to ride the hot hand, so there's a chance they'll give Bucky more. I hope they do. It's a decent start. I'm not going to say he's like close to an RB1, but he's a mid to low end running back too. GT, Stallone or Arnold? So this is easy Arnold for me. I'm a big Arnold guy, and I'm just going to go ahead and play a clip while Ray eats because Ray is eating, which we like that. We like when Ray eats on the show. Where is it at? Do I still have it in here? Here it is. Arnold, Commando. Let's go. Thoughts on Rush Hour? Real quick, hey, Ray, what's your answer for that? You're an Arnold guy, right? You can't be a Stallone guy. I know Stallone has some like more versatile movies with Rocky and some of that shit, but you're muted.
Sorry, I muted myself. Yeah, Rocky and what's the other one I'm thinking of? That's First Blood. Those are like so good for what they are, but
Demolition Man.
Demolition Man is also good, but in general, it's Stallone, dude. I'm saying it's Arnold. Kindergarten Cop alone. I'm just saying, like, if you want to talk about anything, like that is such a versatile, like even though he does sort of play like his own thing that he's like, I'm Arnold being a kid, but it's like he does so good at it. I don't know, like it's Arnold for many other reasons. When I'm saying
Two
Kindergarten
movies.
I was in
Terminator, Predator.
Yep.
End of story. Like end of story. Like those are the two of the most iconic action movies. Not to mention all the other ones that are awesome. Like again, I love Commando. Kindergarten Cop's epic, but like Total Recall, that Running Man, like all the cheesy 80s shit that Arnold was involved in. Last Action Hero is not a bad movie. Like they're just Arnold just spitting out Twins. Also, you didn't mention Twins with our boy Danny DeVito. Okay, Twins is all-time epic, great comedy. Arnold could do comedy where I'll say Stallone was better at drama. He could do a little bit of drama, obviously.
That's what it was, exactly. Yes.
I don't want my action star doing drama. Yeah, I want my action star that could be funny. And Arnold, even when he wasn't funny before he got good at it, was funny. Terminator saying, like, why do you cry? Like, trying to force a smile. Dude, he's so great at, like, robotic. And, like, Arnold came such a long way as an actor. Let's not forget, Arnold was a bodybuilder first.
Right.
Okay? Mr. Universe first. And then he was just, like, the original Terminator, I think he only has, like, 17 lines, obviously because he's a robot. And then, like, the progression of the dude's career to play a role like Kindergarten Cop, which, dude, really good movie. I love that movie, man. I love it. It's
that's why I brought it up, because like it's like one of those things that's like people, when that movie came out, that's why I think it was such a success. Besides it being a good movie, it was like, whoa, like Arnold, like Terminator is like able to like work with kids and like actually like make it work well. Wow. And it was great. I love that movie. Here's a Barnstormer.
Bandit says, Jay says, thanks for the fantastic prop pips so far. Hell yeah. Don't forget to tip your bartender. It's optional. Tipping's optional, but I'm also making money on these picks, but like that's actually paying. Like, I'm currently I'm also paying my rent right now with whatever I get from the show and gambling, which is not that sustainable. I need to keep on winning, I guess is the point. Or I gotta take money out of my IRA.
Did you take what I said, meaning like your gambling tips? I meant, your
Oh, no, my tips for sure.
That
Ray, thoughts on Rush Hour 4? This is a question for you because I am not a Rush Hour guy. Which is the best?
Well, Rush Hour 4 hasn't come out yet. That's in the works.
Well, look at this. Jay tipped his bartender and also got us a beer chug. So now we're extending the show by 20 minutes. That's how we do. I'm a man of my word. And thank you, Jay.
Bandit. Thanks, brother.
We are going to Bandit, by the way. You need to get your league mates on this stream so I can tell. He's the one that has that league where it's one pickup. I know it's been going forever. That is prehistoric.
Yeah.
So I know you're not the commissioner. I will talk them off this ledge. I will more of a fair league.
I'll berate them, and then Rob can talk them off the ledge.
This is the way I put it to you, Ray. I'm like a whore for fantasy. Anyone, especially any like home league, like I'm kind of a shark with fantasy. So I will join Ray. I will join anyone's league, right? I would not join this league because it's unfair. Like it takes a lot for the rules because I can always adjust. Like that's the advantage I have. I think you're like this too. Storey, like we're smart. Like I like weird rules because a lot of people aren't smart enough to draft accordingly. Different scoring settings, different stuff. But like that's just there ain't no way around that. There's no way you could be smarter than anyone else to make it. What's funny is like
I've been doing fantasy since freshman year of high school, and the first rule that me and my friends didn't really think of because we were so young and naive was the no waiver wire. It was all free agency. So whoever was the dirtbag that was up at 3 a.m. would just get every single the top 5 pickups right then and there.
Or no, remember Mortos used to have no waivers.
During
college. And it was during the games when a guy got hurt, you had your laptop open, and you're watching the game, and that's so stupid, bro, because then you have to physically have to watch every game, which I didn't hate because I'm always watching the games. So unfair for people that have kids or have lives. Like my life at this time of year is fucking football.
So you were a great shark at that, but you got that was a disadvantage when that changed.
But even I wouldn't get it sometimes because I know like Kevin or one of these motherfuckers were watching the game I was watching, and they'd have the guy up on the free agent like already selected, and then he'd drop. And the second he went down, a running back, he'd get, and I'd be on there in 8 seconds, right? And like I'm like, dude, bullshit, bro. Like you're to me. Michael says Olave had a limited practice. I'm pretty sure. No, it was full today. He was full practice.
I was like, I swore I read full. I'm hoping to God it's full. I need him to be full.
What do we do with Dallas Goedert?
It's a good question. I have him in 2 of my 4 leagues, and it's not looking so hot. I have Kyle Pitts in XFL, so I guess I might be playing him.
Kyle Pitts is fine. Yeah, I play Kyle Pitts over Dallas, but I'm not dropping Dallas Goedert.
No, I'm not dropping him either because I'm serious. Here, this is the week that something's happening with this offense. Whether that the head coach is going to take over play calling, or they're going to fire the offensive coordinator and hire a new one.
Right. They have to do something. I mean,
something's happening. I mean, if it doesn't, then they're willing to keep drowning. And I just, based on the embarrassment, because here's the thing, this wasn't just a normal noon game. Like if this is a noon game on Sunday, maybe
under the rug a little bit. This was fucking
right. No,
Black Friday, bro.
Dude, honestly, I'm so fucking jacked, man, because, dude, random Ray asses who don't watch football normally, or just at least the Bears. Everybody saw the Bears now. So, the Bears, I mean, for good or bad, they'll be getting a lot of national attention now. And for the worst, the Eagles got just as much. And that's why I'm saying that I don't give up on Dallas Goedert, because he's talented. He's been involved with that red zone heavily. There's just right now, this last month, they've just been really out of sync, and something's going to change this week. If they don't, they're dumbasses. So,
GT, what's the best sports video game? Thinking of getting one. Like currently, I only play like Call of Duty, like an old Call of Duty. So I'm a Stone Age.
It just depends what. I mean, the best. I think one of the. I mean, again, it's very.
I'm gonna do my chug while you talk.
It's very biased because, I mean, I like MLB The Show because I'm a big baseball video game fan. But if you don't like baseball, that's dumb. A lot of people love. Again, this is why it's a very loaded question, GT, because a lot of my friends love what was FIFA is now FC Manager, I believe it's called now, or like FC whatever the hell it's called. And then there's a lot of people NHL, NBA 2K, Madden. I mean, to be honest though, I'll just put it this way: sporting games these days are garbage compared to what we grew up with, man. Like the video, I like
2K, dude. 2K games are great, and obviously the old Maddens.
I miss NFL 2K with NFL 2K. I think 2K4 with Urlacher on it.
Yeah. Big Ray, who should I pick up on waivers for defensive team that's not the 49ers? The top team is the Falcons. We like the Falcons this week against the Jets, right?
Oh my God. I mean, they're at Jets, but I don't even care. I mean, that's a very
must-win game for the Falcons.
Right. I mean, and we've seen Atlanta's defense be the better part of that team when you wouldn't expect it. I mean, I know the Jets has played a really weird game, but they didn't play as talented of a team. When I say weird, like how they won, it's just like they're not playing. They didn't play as talented of teams. They're going to be playing with Falcons. Plus, they have Bijan, and I think that those lean into him.
T2 is I think T2 might be my favorite movie of all time. I've seen it the most because I started watching T2 when I was 7 years old at my cousin's house. We used to watch it like every week. I've probably seen T2 100 times, like not even lying to you. Like Christmas Vacation's up there. I'm trying to think what are my other like most watched movies. I'm talking about that many times. Like The Burbs for me is a weird Tom Hanks one I've seen a fuckload. Those are movies I had on VHS as a kid. So, but T2 is probably all around maybe the best movie of all time. I know it's like a pretty opinionated statement, but just what it was, it was like the Beatles. Like T2 was like the Beatles, and like I'm not a Beatles fan. Like, so I don't necessarily think the Beatles are great. They had the impact on action movies and cinema like the Beatles, but they were actually good. Like the movie's actually good. Arnold's awesome. The acting's awesome. The script's awesome. All the stunts are real, dude. They're all real. They had fucking stunt people. They had a stunt dude flying a helicopter below a fucking bridge. Like, dude, just crazy stuff. Shout out James Cameron for like, again, he's like a Michael Bay, but he's actually good at directing. And it's not CGI.
I was literally about to say that. It's like, yeah, that's what James Cameron is like. That's because I really think that if we were to ask Michael Bay, he would go, "Oh, I love James Cameron's movies." It's like you don't say. You're a CGI version of him. I'm saying you're a CGI version.
I love Armageddon. Armageddon's a great movie. That's one good thing Michael Bay did. That's about it.
And the original Transformers. I don't give a shit if you don't like that. Or
yeah, not. It was okay.
The original one is a good movie. Don't you fucking
it's all right. And I also love Transformers, but then I think I'm so soured by the newer ones that I like it.
No, that's fair. There's been
my
so
opinion,
many,
right?
But I'm saying that original.
Like I'm the same way with Avatar. Like the original Avatar is an awesome movie. The second one's not good. This third one's gonna be trash. I guarantee it.
No. I could have. Is it the third one? I was gonna say I thought it was the fourth. Maybe you're right. No, you're right. It's the third. Way of Water and something with fire and.
No, he signed on for 4, but he just came out saying he's not going to do another one.
Oh no. Okay,
Thank
no.
God.
There was 5. There was originally 5. Because like he had the first one come out and he said there's gonna be 4 more, so 5 total. So this is it? This is the third one? That's it?
Yeah, I think this is it.
All right, good.
DC or Marvel?
Marvel. But Marvel for me, just because but I do like DC for many I'm a big Batman guy. Like the whole Batman universe. I love Batman.
Yeah.
And
I'm going DC.
I mean, I'm gonna go Marvel just because after watching that, MCU and then getting in fact, I'm not gonna say all MCU movies are good as they're not, but what made the MCU, and then me figuring out more about those characters. It's just.
Are you guys ready to see Red get pissed? Are you guys ready to see Red get pissed? You know where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah, you probably. I know, like you hate Marvel movies.
Marvel sucks. I hate them. Yeah. Terrible. I like Storey. I like good acting. I also like Mike's Story. He's cool. But I like story in my movies. I like acting, and Marvel doesn't have any of those in the recent movies. It's terrible. Moving on. Boswell.
Whoa. He just said the key word, recent.
Welcome to the Professional Fanatics live stream. That's one way to kick it off.
You said
Boswell
the keyword. You said the keyword. No, I'm not done with you yet. You said the keyword.
Well, no, recent, like 80% of them.
No, like 80% of the movies were awesome up until Endgame. There were some movies that weren't all that great, but when like 80+% of those movies were awesome. And then since then, there's been probably, unfortunately, maybe like 3 good movies. Maybe
2 each their own. Boswell or Fairbairn this week? It's Fairbairn. Fairbairn inside, kicking inside, right? We don't want to. I love Boswell, but that's a tough weather game, man.
I mean, if you look when Fairbairn's been healthy, he's been a top. I mean, I know I'm pulling this number on my ass, but he's like been a top 5 kicker probably because he's getting double digits. Like every game he's played, he's gotten double digits games except like 1. So if you get double digits out of your kicker, you're taking that, especially indoors, and you're getting CJ Stroud back this week.
And also I'll say this: I'm very biased about newer movies, and like here's my thing. I'll just go watch Heat. I'll watch a movie like Heat instead of watching a new. I'm just saying, like, there's also a lot of movies I haven't seen from the 90s that are actually gems. Like the 90s were the best year, best decade for movies in my mind. Or I'll watch Superbad. Should I drop Jordan Edison for John Mechie? I wouldn't do that, Ray. What do you think?
Wait and see what happens with Max.
I think Max is good. Did you watch any Max film? I like it. He looks. I know Brock Purdy gets slandered out. He's not great.
Undrafted, right?
Yeah, but it reminds me of Brock Purdy. He's got a really quick release.
Okay.
I feel like he can run a functional offense. Yeah, undrafted.
Okay.
I don't care. But JJ McCarthy was drafted 8th overall. I mean, I
get that. I was saying I was going to double down to saying to help your argument is that the Bears undrafted signed Tyson Bagent, Division II.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm saying. I mean, hey, I don't know Vikings people, but I would be willing to bet you would take Tyson Bagent right now if you could. I would if I were you. I mean, just based on what I've seen, he can at least read a defense.
Y'all think Jamison Williams is a top 10 wide receiver next week? I would say right around there because you also have an angry Lions team that now it's not really going to matter, I guess, because I think they're past the point where angry Lions matters because they got to just win a game for once. But yeah, I think he's a wide receiver 1, so top 12, top 14. Not an Arnold or Sloan movie, but I loved growing up was Carpool and Radio. I don't know Carpool, but I know Radio is pretty good.
I love Radio, man. It's a great movie.
I dropped Jacoby Myers for Christian Watson. Good move. Yeah.
Brian right now for sure.
Give me Christian Watson. He's number 1 there. Would you flex DK over Rico? No, we're not benching Rico, J.
No.
Tough matchup, but he's going to get 4 or 5 catches, I think.
Don't try. I mean, DK's good like bench spot, but don't overthink it. Don't get cute on that.
Sandra Bullock or Meg Ryan? It's Sandy B for me, baby.
Yeah.
Now, that's more of our generation. Like, definitely your generation. Like, Meg Ryan was like early 90s.
Sure.
Meg Ryan's more beautiful for sure. She's more of like the girl next door beautiful. Like, Sandra Bullock has an edge to her, and she's like a borderline badass in some of the movies. I go to Speed, and Gravity's a good one. Sandy B. Love Sandy B.
I grew up with Miss Congeniality, and it was like they opened the movie with her being purposely like ugly, edgy tomboy, and they, Michael Caine fucking dresses her to the T's, and she's hot as fuck. I can't remember the actor's name, but the the male like cop counterpart to her, that darker, or he's not black.
Yeah.
That guy, he's not attracted. Then she gets all dressed up. He's all like,
Is that your hottest like she's ever been in a movie role, Miss Congeniality, or do you have another one off the top of your head? Because I have one that I think is a kind of a dark horse for this really early Sandy
for
B.
hers.
Yeah.
A
Time to Kill. Have you seen A Time to Kill?
Not fully. I have seen parts of it.
She's that's I believe before Speed or right around the Speed era, but she's like an aspiring lawyer, and she works with Matthew McConaughey. And Matthew McConaughey is actually married to who the hell's the chick that's a Kentucky fan? She goes all the not Diane Lane, Ashley Judd. She's married to Ashley. He's married to Ashley Judd, and like so also super hot, and like she isn't trying to fuck McConaughey the whole time, and then they're working together, and she just like. She looks good in Speed, but she like has more of a sex appeal. She's wearing a tank top in some scenes. Wow. Who gets hotter chicks? European soccer players or hockey players? European soccer players have more of a talent pool to go for because European women, but hockey players tend to get all the chicks for some reason, even though they have no teeth. It's really wild. They're badasses and they're probably amazing.
Well, that's why they're one hockey player equals to like 3 soccer players for their badassness. It could be even higher. Like, so that's I mean, of course, money wise, soccer players are making way more money than hockey because
right.
I think the number one hockey guy is making like 20 mil a year. Maybe a little more. I don't even think so. Like 20 mil-ish. That's nothing for all of the major sports in America. Not even talking soccer across the world.
Silver saying, I hate to say it, but it searched Sandra Bullock Adam's apple. Oh, look at that. That's like essentially telling me to look at Megan Fox's thumbs. I don't want to ruin my thought on this woman by looking at her Adam's apple or lack thereof or whatever the hell you have. I know she's not a dude. I don't think if that's a dude, I want to fuck her or him or whatever the hell it is.
I was going to say, you mean that him? Okay.
Well, how about that? Madden 11 was awesome. That soundtrack was awesome. I picked up Bucks defense for the playoffs. We'll start them if I make it. We'll start them next week at least. Yeah, after this week, it really opens up. Terminator 2, the best Terminator movie. Can't replicate the magic. I do really love the original, though. Unfortunately, they were really limited on the budget and the technology at the time. So had they made Terminator 4 years later, we would have had the same technology. That would have been – honestly, I kind of like the story. The story's better in Terminator because it's the first we hear about it, and it's a little bit more personal. But the second one just also
but T2 has one of the greatest movie villains of all time introduced. So,
well, yeah, 100%. The Robert Patrick T1000 baby. Yep. GT, what movie gets you rock hard about cars? For me, it's Gone in 60 Seconds. Yeah, I do really like the original Fast and Furious. I love Paul Walker.
Oh no, well, so first off, I'm a big guilty because I think a lot of people hate Gone in 60 Seconds. I'm a big Gone in 60 Seconds fan, always have been, because I love Nicolas Cage, I love Will Patton, just that, and then all the side casts in that was great. And then the Fast and the Furious, the original, that really those two, because those things I think those both came out in 2000, and that like really was like holy shit, these are great movies. And more recently, I absolutely love Ford versus Ferrari. I love that movie. That's such a fucking.
I have not seen that yet. It's on my list for sure.
Okay. That and another movie that is really good that is Baby Driver. Also
another one that's on my list, but I hear that's awesome too.
And then I've heard Rush. I need to watch that. That's with Liam Neeson.
I've seen that. That's really good. Ryland loved that movie. He made me watch it. Okay, let's move on here. We have about 10 minutes left, gentlemen. Again, if we get 5 more, I will do another 20 minutes on the show. Otherwise, we're going to end it here in 10 minutes. And we have a really long show tomorrow night coming with Mark, special superfan guest. Will there be better days for Barkley? The playoff schedule is pretty light. Well, of course, there'll be better days because they can't get much worse, brother. Will they be good days? I think there'll be some good days in there. They won't be great days. Maybe one great day, a bunch of good days. He's an RB2. It's insane we're talking about Saquon Barkley on an 8-4 team that was 8-2 with this defense and everyone healthy besides some of the linemen being a RB2. It's
Well,
insane.
is it that insane though? Because we see every single player who's ever rushed for 2,000 yards, or I know he didn't rush, but they always fall off in that next year. It's like,
But no, they don't fall off. They get hurt. They get hurt. That's what the fall off is. This is not injury. It's crazy. It's not injury. It's like DeMarco Murray, I think, was the only one that
still
didn't
could be
get hurt.
fatigued though. I'm just saying, like,
Right,
overall,
right.
I mean, it's shitty to
Yeah.
say, but it's just like, these guys are human, even though we feel like they're inhuman.
RoboCop. Thoughts on RoboCop? RoboCop's pretty funny, and I like it. It's really weird, and it's not great.
I can't believe they remade it already.
Classic. Yeah, I don't like remakes. We went on this yesterday. Genty, Harvey, Judkins, rank them full PPR. Harvey, it's so crazy to put fucking Genty last, but I might have to put Genty last, bro. I like Harvey's spot this week. I really do.
I know you do. It's just, yeah.
Is Harvey last then? We're just gonna go Harvey last?
No, I mean, Judkins is it for sure. I mean, no matter what I'm playing Judkins, he's just too hot. And then who are the Vegas playing?
Vegas has the Chargers. Tough defense, man.
Right.
Tough defense.
Yeah, I mean,
now the last time we saw the Chargers, they got ran over by the Jags, but that was just a fucking throwaway game. I don't even know how to like.
That was such a fucked up game. Yeah, I mean, I'm playing Judkins no matter what out of the three, and then I would go Genty, but it's very close. I mean, because Denver's got the good matchup or better matchup. I'm
going with the easier matchups. I'm going Harvey and I'm going Judkins. It sucks to sit Genty. He might pop off, but they don't give him any carries, which is a problem.
No, I mean, and that's the thing to where Harvey. I mean, we know McLaughlin had some carry last week, but it's like we know what he is. They don't know what they got in Harvey yet. Like we don't know. Totally.
Johnny, we are hardcore Star Wars fans, and we are OG Star Wars fans. I personally we both love the original, the 1 through 3, the remakes, and then I really like Rogue One. That's the only new one I like. I love Rogue One, actually. I love Rogue One. My third favorite Star Wars movie of all time. I like Rogue One more than I like Empire Strikes Back, dude.
I really liked The Mandalorian has been good. I really liked the Obi-Wan series, especially just that you could have just given me that made it just a real quick one episode of just the end when it was him versus Vader, that fight. I don't know if you saw. Did you see the Obi-Wan series?
No, I didn't. I stopped watching after the first season of Mandalorian. It's just too much Star Wars for me. I'll go back and watch Rogue One or 1 through 3.
I would say it would just be worth it because it's what it is. It's like a time skip of maybe like 10 years. Maybe not even. It could be maybe like 5-6 years after. It's probably more like 5-6 years after Order 66, and he's watching over Leia basically, and he ends up meeting like Vader, and they fight. And that, to be honest, that fight that they have it might be the best lightsaber fight they've had.
Ooh.
And also another good one was not the full series, but Ashoka or a coach, the one that was in Clone Wars that was Anakin's Padawan, the girl, with the white lightsabers. That was prior Disney buying, but I'm sorry, was moving along. Yeah,
young or old
Disney
Jennifer Connelly. We love Jennifer Connelly, right?
Oh yeah,
Hottie.
Jennifer Connelly.
Hottie.
So Jennifer Connelly in Top Gun Maverick. My God,
she's older now, but still hot, right?
No, I'm saying she was. You saw that movie, right?
No, nope. I don't see a lot of new movies, man.
Well,
I don't.
Either way, she was definitely milfing pretty hard in that.
Ooh, would you guys start Devin Neal against the Finns or Aaron Jones against the Seahawks? I'm going Aaron Jones, just because I trust Kevin O'Connell. That's really it.
And well, here's the thing too, is that with starting this undrafted rookie, they're going to need to establish the run, especially because I think that everybody knows at this point that JSN is unstoppable, and you need to keep the ball out of Seattle's hands to be able to get him the ball. And so I think that starting a first-time undrafted rookie, they're going to need to establish the run, and or just a PPR just dumping off. You know what I mean? Just for easy catch and runs.
Hetzer, what do we do with David Montgomery? Start him next week against Dallas. It's not they're pretty tough against the run, but they did work in David Montgomery more than us Jahmyr Gibbs owners would like. He's fine. He's more than likely, like, he's always a 50% or better chance to score a touchdown, man. So if it's full PPR, though, I think you can find better options, but it depends who you have in your team, Hetzer.
I just
Is
think
Alec Pierce a good? Sorry, go ahead.
I just think a lot of people got fucked with his value this year. Which I mean, I was not a fan of his going in for his value. Like if I could have got him 2 rounds later from where his average draft position was, I would have liked it. But people were still drafting him as their running back 2, and I'm just like, I'm not touching him as a running back 2. As my running back 3 is fine, but a running back 2, I knew that Gibbs was going to be he was primed to take off, and here we are. I got butt raped by 63 points by the guy. Like. He's here and he's ain't going
Still
nowhere.
Hurting you
Big time.
Is Alec Pierce a good start next week against Jacksonville? We got to see how Daniel Jones looks this week with that broken leg, that small fracture in his shin. So yeah, Alec Pierce is fine. He's a wide receiver 3. I got to see how it looks this week though, and I don't like him this week as much. I'm actually benching him, I think, for someone not great. I might have to rethink that because it's still Alec Pierce. I guess we're gonna have to just wait and see with Alec Pierce.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know the rest of your options, so it's hard to say, but like, it's not a bad option, but at the same time, he is literally the meaning of boom or bust. So don't be pissed off if you play him and he gets you 0 or 3 points. So that's all.
What are your thoughts on the John Wick sequels? I'll say this. I love John Wick 2. John Wick 2 is probably better than John Wick 1 is so simplistic and awesome. I love it. It's shorter. It's tighter. John Wick 2 is great. The third one was okay. I did not like the fourth one. It was just too much. They kept on trying to, it's same as Fast and Furious, right? They kept on trying to outdo themselves, which is not a good strategy for Terminator tried doing the same shit. They tried to make the story more complicated and dude, no, I want bare bones shit.
I'll tell you why though. I don't hate them though, is because I know that Keanu Reeves was doing those stunts. Like he's still doing that stuff. So it's
awesome visually. It's awesome visually. It's just
I mean, when you're going to compare it to Fast and the Furious, that's literally all CGI. I know that's a lot of CGI, especially that fourth movie used more CGI than they use in the rest of them, but he still is doing those physical moves and those action stunts. And I take pride in the fact that he's doing that. So I take that into consideration. Now, overall in a vacuum, it's still not that great. Yeah, it's crazy, especially because he's going against a blind guy. But I feel like the first John Wick. And by the way, I love that blind guy character. Like I know it's a bullshit concept, but that guy, I don't know, I love that actor. Most things I've ever seen him in, I really like him in. I don't know his name, but that Asian actor is really good on most things I ever see him in.
Yeah.
But either way, I mean, no matter what, the John Wick series sequels don't compare to the Fast and the Furious of the craziness because they went to space.
Do we agree that the first John Wick is set in pretty much reality, our current reality? The second one is like an altered reality, and then by 4, we're in a whole different. It's not real life at all. It's so unrealistic. They really dive into the bulletproof fucking jacket.
Oh yeah, that part. But hey,
just too much, bro. Come on, bulletproof vests don't work like that. This little fucking fabric.
Hey,
hell out of here.
Hey, are you a secret agent out there that you want to kill people? Who the hell are you? Who are you to tell me there ain't no bulletproof vests out there? That's a jacket.
That'd be awesome. And also, maybe shoot him in the head.
You're right.
He's shoot him in the head, baby.
He's pulling up his sport jacket, point blank.
Shoot him in the head, or shoot him in the forearm. Kevin, in a must-win. I'm in a must-win next 2 weeks. Buying a quarterback before the deadline. T-Law versus Titans and Colts, or Jacoby Brissett versus Tampa and the Rams. 2-week decision. Wow. I'm only 64% chance to win this week, so don't necessarily need Jacoby's nut spot here. I definitely would run a start. I like T-Law against the Colts. I believe that's at home against the Colts as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going T-Law for especially. I guess here's what I'll say: if it's 6 for a passing touchdown, I'm more likely to go Jacoby Brissett because you're not getting anything on the ground. If it's 4 for a passing touchdown, T-Law is running around the goal line a lot. They're giving him design quarterback keepers, bro. It's awesome. It's awesome.
It's awesome.
Oh, and if it's -3 for a pick, I'm probably more likely to go with Jacoby because he's throwing picks. Trevor Lawrence is throwing a fuckload of picks, man. It's gross.
Gross. That's a. I guess I'll just put it this way. Titans, Colts defense in their teams. I mean, I know the Colts have been pretty good this year overall, but Tampa, I guess, we don't know what Tampa's going to look like with them getting healthy with Bucky and Baker coming back. So, or Baker hasn't even missed a game yet, I guess, right? So, I would.
Let's go Trevor Lawrence. I like the matchup.
Yeah, I would
there.
go Trevor Lawrence, especially you got the Titans, so you're guaranteed one win for sure. Especially in a must-win, man. Next 2 weeks.
Yeah, he doesn't need as much. Well, Jacoby has a smash spot too. They both do. Yeah, give me T-Law. I like T-Law there. Keep Devin Neal or Emmanuel Wilson. If for a stash, if it's a stash, like if you have two really good running backs, if you have A-Chain and Jahmyr Gibbs, and like it's for a flex spot, but you have a decent receiver, it's Emmanuel Wilson who has the highest upside. He is an RB1 essentially if Josh Jacobs goes down. If you need a guy to start like and fill a flex spot, it's Devin Neal. But if you have a great team and you just need someone that could maybe crack your lineup in a pinch, in terms of like, over a start, like DeAndre Swift. If DeAndre Swift's your flex, I'm never starting Neal over DeAndre Swift, but I'm starting Wilson over Swift if there's an injury.
Right.
Okay, we agree on that one.
Yep.
Marks at Indy or Jones at Seattle. It's Aaron Jones. Which has lower? I'm going Woody Marks. Both higher floor, lower, higher floor, higher ceiling.
Yeah, especially because, I would be, because from what it looks like, they still want to give Jason or Jordan Mason some work, and I've seen him take some goal line work away. I know Nick Chubb would be the meaning of that, but like Nick Chubb, I feel like they know what they have in him, which is just
they don't use Nick Chubb in the goal line anymore. They don't. It's
Correct.
weird. They use him as a change of base back. It's fucking weird.
Right. But they use Jordan Mason at times, not fully maybe, but he's getting carries. So it's sort of like the Zach Charbonnet with Tiny Dancer. You know what I mean? Like he's not getting 100%, but he's still getting carries, and that fucks his value up. So I'd be Woody Marks both ways as well.
I'm going Christian Watson over Alec Pierce, dude. That's for sure. Christian Watson's almost a must start. You guys think Tesla has a flex next week? He has potential, I think, to score. No, I'm not going to bank on a touchdown. Tom Kennedy actually would be the guy in a full PPR. I don't know who the hell Tom Kennedy is. Never really heard the name until last week. But Tom Kennedy is their slot receiver. He is their 1-to-1. Now, not statistically wise or talent wise, but snap share and role wise, they're 1-to-1 for Amon-Ra St. Brown. So Tom Kennedy is the guy I want. And I like Tesla, man. He has 5 NFL catches and 3 of them are touchdowns. Unreal. Had those awesome touchdowns in the preseason. I do like Tesla. I think they traded up to draft him in the 3rd round too, which is just wild. I don't know why they did that. They needed defense. They needed secondary. They should have done that. But Tesla's a next year guy for me. I think they don't really trust him to run any kind of nuanced routes. So Tom Kennedy's that guy. So I don't want to fuck with any of them though, right?
No, because that, again, we've talked about this before. Unless it was St. Brown, that team, Jared Goff passes that ball around way too much. He doesn't have a number one if St. Brown is out. I know, of course, somebody you would think would step up. I just think that there isn't a scheme the best possible guy open and tell Jared Goff to get the ball to that person.
All right, we're all caught up. We'll answer a few more questions here, gentlemen. I might just chug a beer to end the show anyway, because why the hell not? GT to give us 1 super chat. 4 more, and we will we'll do another 20 minutes. Otherwise, tomorrow's gonna be a really long show. We have Mark coming on the show, so it'll be a little 3-way there. Me, Ray, Big Ray, and Mark, #1 super fan of the show. It'll be a super great time. That'll be a really deep dive into Week 13 preview and start sick questions. You know how we do around here. I'm going to play a clip real quick, get these, let people have a minute to get some questions in, and then we will be signing off.
Gotta pay the troll toll to get into this boy's hole. You gotta pay the troll toll to get in. You want this baby boy's hole, you gotta pay the troll toll.
Stop. All right, not bad. I feel like you're saying boy's hole, and it's clearly soul. So it's boy's soul.
You gotta pay the troll toll to get into this boy's hole.
Right there. It sounds like hole. Like if you drag that, are you chewing gum?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you chewing gum?
Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I know they have no tight ends left, but I just don't trust Tesla. I like Tesla a lot. GT White Claws or Twisted Teas. Twisted Teas give me mad heartburn, bro.
There's gonna be White Claws. They don't fill me up.
Now I'll say this. I'll have a quick White Claw story to end it for you guys, since you deserve a little story time with Rob. And here it is. Okay, so about when White Claws were a thing, remember how Ben was always giving me so much shit about being a pussy because I was drinking White Claws? Because I like him because I was not trying to lose weight, but I was drinking so much beer, and they're 5%.
I can drink a 12-pack of White Claws and drink a 12-pack of beer, and I will feel probably less than half full on a 12-pack of White Claws. So that'd be the main reasons why
that was why I did it, and it was summer, right? So I was getting into White Claws for a couple months, drinking 12 of them, and just feeling great, and actually drunker than beer.
Rob's White Girl Summer.
Yeah, right. I went to I had my buddy owns a company. He's like 55. He's owned this company for like 25 years. He does a golf outing every year for it, and it's so we played the scramble. I had like eight or 10 of them at the scramble. Went home and changed, got a ride to his house. It's all you could drink, and all they had was like Miller Lite, Coors Light, and White Claws for free. I'm drinking White Claws. And the year before, I got hammered. I forgot how many I drank, so I'm gonna take the tops off each of these and count how many I had. Dude, I had 25 at the fucking the like 8 hours I was there. So 25 plus 10. I had 35 White Claws in a day, dude. And like I got a fucking like a 0 or a 1 rating from the Uber driver on the way home. And I woke up in the spare room not knowing what day it was and just feeling terrible. And like you will get heartburn from 25 or 35 White Claws. So ever since then, like seltzers just have not tasted good to me. It's like one of those things like if you get sick from Jägermeister, you just can't drink it anymore. And so I just can't. I can have a couple seltzers, but I can't get drunk. I can't get drunk on seltzers anymore. But yeah, Twisted Teas are fine. They're strong. They're too sweet, too much sugar, and no. Best season of Sunny, Ray. Let's hit this one real quick.
Oh, god damn it. I don't know. Give me yours. Off the top of your head.
Season 3 is the longest. That's the longest one. I think season 5 or season 6, I feel like is the sweet spot of the show. Actually, you know what? Season 8 might be my favorite. That's Fat Max season. That's got the Charlie McDennis in there. Like, there's one bad episode. That has a really bad episode though. That has the Frank's brother episode, which I hate. But other than that, that has the highest upside of any season. Fat Mac is just awesome. That's got Frank's pretty woman. That's my favorite.
Let me see. I'll go to season 5 here. Kings of Road.
You gotta tell me off the top of your head. You can't do research on this show.
I know. I mean, yeah. I mean, I was because I'm with you. Like season 1, obviously they didn't have Danny DeVito.
Oh,
it took them a couple seasons.
Out, 2's out.
No, right. I'm saying it took them a couple seasons to get it going. I would say like that's like 4 is when it really started getting rolling. So probably somewhere in between like 5 and 7, I would guess. I mean, again, just not looking, but like that's really when they were hitting their like when they figured out the golden goose and that golden formula of how well they could make that show, making Danny DeVito just Frank, like the crazy hair, like
and
Frank,
right?
and he's just like he's purposely making his hair greasy and stringy, just like. Instead of being the
it's a parallel to Seinfeld, though, right? Because Kramer wasn't Kramer until season 3, and then he really became Kramer in season 5. And my favorites are 5 through 9 of that show. And the problem is, Sunny has gone downhill a lot compared to Seinfeld. Never went downhill. Now I know it's the shorter; they only had 9 seasons, but they actually have the same amount of episodes. So Seinfeld's writing is just so much better. Again, I love Sunny. I'm just saying.
Well, I know it's funny. Well, I love Seinfeld like almost as much, and maybe I do a little more in different ways, but I probably do in different ways. But my point is that when I really started getting into Sunny, I remember just like I just wanted to see what other people thought about it, so I just typed in like Always Sunny reviews, and there was a review that I saw, one of the first ones I saw, and the guy basically said in layman's terms that Always Sunny is Seinfeld on crack, and I was like,
exactly.
Holy shit. Okay, this makes a lot of sense why I love this show, because I love Seinfeld, and this is that much more random and horrible.
Just raunchy and just they no rules. No rules is
random and horrible. Yeah.
Hetzer, rest of the season, I want Watson over Pierce for sure. And then last comment here, thoughts on the show, The League. Have you seen The League, Ray?
So I actually just started it not too long ago. I mean, because I've seen it before, but I never saw it from beginning to end. It's absolutely fucking hilarious. Like one of especially if you like fantasy or play fantasy at all, that it's outdated, But like for us, it's not, at least because we know the players and everything we played then. But like anybody who's in their 20s right now, or if you're younger than 30, you probably really don't know a lot of the like players and all that stuff they're talking about. But in general, I mean, it's gold. I fucking love it. I don't know about you, but I love that show.
It's nothing like the shows we're talking about in terms of quality, but it's funny. It's good. If you like football, it's worth a watch. I only watched it one time through, and I tried watching it again. It was like, it's not worth a second watch for me. All right, we got to get, my dogs are crying. Let's do this beer chug, and then we'll get done. Trone Forest, don't worry, bro. It's fine. You still have a 48% chance to win. Stay true. I've seen much bigger comebacks. I know it's a pivotal week, but here you go. Let's go. All right, boys. Thank you for everyone that has dropped super chats. Thank you to everyone that is in the Discord and the Patreon. If you're not in the Discord, it is the place to be. It is awesome. It is this show, this chat, these people, the community, 24/7. It's the place to be.
What do you call it, Kramer? It was. Come on, Rudy. Come on. We call it the place. The place to be. Yes.
It is the place to be. We have professionalfanatics.com if you're interested in supporting the show. And shout out real quick to the last people here, the members. Love you guys. A lot of good perks. It's not just not blindly donating to the show. You get access to the Discord community. You get access to the community fantasy leagues where we're starting up here in 4 weeks with NFL playoff fantasy, guest appearances on the podcast, free merchandise giveaway, and a lot more. That's just like half of what we offer. If you want to get on this, help me out, help us out, keep the show healthy, strong, growing, so I can keep on doing this for years and years to come. 7 nights a week with this shit. Guests like Big Ray, Mike Storey, the Chaz, Hastings, Ben Bartelt. We have the crew. We just need you. I just made that up.
Dude, by the way, man, like the Seinfeld bloopers with Jerry Stiller, like almost any scene that like there's bloopers out there with him in are like the best because he does his best. He's the most professional actor in that entire series. Like, at least just, from trying to keep like character and keeping it like in trying to keep it together while everybody else is just dying. But because there's a particular one it was a newer one I saw when they're going to pitch the bro, and like the guy that they're pitching, he's like, I've been noticing I've been having some jiggling in the front lately. And then Frank's like, oh, what have you been wearing? He says whatever the hell the name is. He's like, I wouldn't be wearing that. Some analogy that, of course, like such a Frank analogy. Kramer's just sitting there, like, he's just trying not to laugh. And
I love Frank. All right, gentlemen. Thank you, Ray, for coming on. We'll see you tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's show will probably be around 10 p.m. Central, maybe 10:30. I'll announce it in the Discord for you guys so you can get in a timely manner. Appreciate everybody. Tomorrow night, be there, be square. If not, we'll see you Sunday night for the recap show. Thank you, Ray, again. Thanks for everyone here. Love you guys. Love your life. Respect each other. And let's watch some football this weekend. All right, sir. Peace.